Well, there you have it. Cat Ties Tootin, aka Cattiest Odin, has been in here to hit the button first. They are today's index. That's right. Byte number 0. Start of the party, the leader of the show. We're ready. We're ready. Get ready. Let's go. I hope you guys are ready. I have a fantastic and amazing guest already lined up for you guys tonight. And some of you already know who it is. I can see you dancing, partying, ready to go. But you know what? Catty got in here first, so they're going to know all about this. Get ready, folks. It's going to be a fantastic night. I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be absolutely out of sight. Peeps! Oh, we've got quite a crowd already lined up for our fantastic guest tonight. Ooh, it's almost like you guys knew exactly who was on the calendar. Could it be? We're going to find out. But for now, let's jam and rock out. Go ahead, Catty. Take it home. Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. I hope you guys are ready. We have some fun laid out for you tonight. That's right. Our tonight's special guest. Ooh, let's tell you all about tonight's special guest. Right? Tonight's special guest is a phenomenal streamer with a vibe so chill that even ice gets cold. This fantastic variety streamer plays everything from Dave the Diver to Dark Souls. Let me tell you what, the fishing, impeccable. To die for. Their skills are absolutely real deal when it comes to setting the pace, and let me tell you what, it is a frantic pace when it's in Dark Souls. Their abilities to react to an ever-changing game while smiling and keeping their chat entertained is absolutely mesmerizing, dazzling, real treat. I'm telling you right now, don't miss out. From Stardew to Warhammer, and thank goodness you are here, which, let's be honest, we're all thankful that this fantastic guest is here. Let's not prattle on for too much longer and present to you tonight's gorgeous guest, a spectacular vision upon the screen. Tonight's delightfully special guest, the amazing and phenomenal Nick Nack Naki. Welcome to Talk Tuesday.
I was like, wow, that is a lot of things being said about me really fast. Oh my gosh.
Welcome. It's all right. It's all right. It's a little overwhelming at the start. You know, most people go, it's fine. It's fine. I usually prattle on really, really quick. Welcome in.
It was fast. When you were giving me the description before, I was like, because I always miss the beginning because I'm awful with time zones. And so I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I didn't realize how fast you talk in the beginning.
Well, yeah, because we don't want to hold people up because like you're the main event. Like I'm nice. I'm window dressing. You are the star of the show. You're the main event. So the sooner we get to you, the happier the chat is.
Fair enough. I appreciate that, but it's still. It was so fast.
It was so fast. It'll be all right. I said 30 seconds. It's usually about what it takes me to get through these. I've got this pretty much down to a good science.
I would imagine so.
For those of you new here, right, this is Talk Tuesday where we sit around. We're going to learn all about our fantastic guest star tonight. So there are question redeems down there that you guys can redeem to ask questions of our guests as we go through and talk. I get the first 2 questions. You guys have to take a time out. It's my show. That's the rules. I wrote it. We're hopefully going to do a lot of laughing.
Rules.
That's right. My rules. My way or the highway. Please don't take the highway.
Please stay. Please stay. Don't leave us.
But so as the questions come in, don't worry about trying to keep up with them. I've got a little program that tracks all that. So, you know, as we ask questions, if you're uncomfortable asking or answering any of the questions, just say no. We'll skip it, move on. Zoda likes to figure out what everybody's social security number is. We keep telling him it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got to figure out the rest of it. He's still yet to solve for that just yet. So, you know, I don't know what to tell him. Occasionally we'll get some silly questions that come through. And if they're silly enough, I may ask them, but I may pick fun at them along the way. You feel free to dive in there and pick fun at a question too.
Okay.
Because it's just fun sometimes. Some of them are really inappropriate. We won't ask. So I wouldn't even worry about that. But yes, at any point in time, if you don't feel comfortable answering it, you're welcome to say no. We'll skip it and move on. For those of you new around here, exclamation puzzle in the chat will get you a link to the puzzle. Anybody's welcome to come and join and jump in and do some puzzle. You as well, Naki, are welcome to do the puzzle if it helps give you something to keep busy with while we sit around and pick your brain.
That's only slightly terrifying. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Right? We're totally professionals around here. All right. Well, if you are ready, because I think chat's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we are on Talk Tuesday.
We did it. We made it.
Ominous brain picking. Right? Exactly.
Very ominous. It's
fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're professionals around here, right? Maybe, I think. Sometimes.
Something like that.
I don't know. I gave up. I lost my train of thought now.
We're killing it. Everything's great.
It's fine.
That's about it. Is level of professional I am. So we're good.
You're doing all right. You're doing amazing. So we'll go ahead and get this thing started while people hit the buttons, and we'll get some questions lined up for you. But we'll go ahead and get you started because that's how this stuff works. I get the first couple ones because it basically helps to get the conversation started. Wow, I can word. I promise. It's not like I haven't,
You've done this a couple times. It's
maybe. I don't know. I don't swear to it. Possibly. So we'll start out with the easy one, right? Nick Nack Naki. Where does the name come from? Like, how did you decide on that nom de guerre?
So it's kind of a joke.
We're here for it. Lay it on us. I want the punchline. Let's go. Hold on to your seat, folks. This is gonna be funny.
Sure. Okay. We were. So I go by Naki, and we were all talking about like what would random names of ours be, and somebody asked what my DJ name would be, and I was like, that was the first thing I came up with was Nick Nack Naki, and then it just kind of stuck. Where I was like, I guess that's my DJ name now. Is if I ever got into DJing, I would be DJ Nick Nack Naki, because DJ Naki is too short. So it was like,
right, a little too short. So, yeah, I actually like that.
Too short.
See, I can see that now, right? Like I've got the visions of Naki up there spinning the 8-track. Wow. That's right, DJ Nick Nack Naki on the stage, live and in charge. I promise I'll get out there to your front runner. How about that?
Okay. I will take you up on that. It'll be great. I'm so excited.
I get out there, do all your intro announcements. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I love it. Let's do this.
It's fine. We got this covered, right? Yeah. Somebody's got it covered. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Absolutely. You're gonna kill it. Not totally getting distracted by looking for the edge pieces on the stupid puzzle.
Nope. I'm not either. It's fine. It's fine. I probably should have warned you that this is a terrible plan for me.
I don't think it's a terrible plan at all. I think it's just fine. Mostly, I think we're just going to do an awful lot of laughing, which is pretty typical for Talk Tuesday because we definitely tend to go down some rabbit holes on occasions. Have you ever DJ'd? I'm skipping ahead of the secondary question, but you decided that was your DJ name. I'm like, ooh, did you actually DJ? Because
no, I always wanted to learn, but ADHD is a problem, and I never got to it.
Yeah, not enough.
It's on the to-do list.
There you go. Well, as long as it's on the to-do list, it means it won't get forgotten.
Yeah, I mean. What do they call it? Polyjamorous? I'm polyjamorous. I listen to everything. So
polyjamorous.
It's a thing. I've seen that on
TikTok. I've never heard of that.
Because I listen to literally everything. And so it doesn't even have to be in English, right? And
so do I. I'm right there with you.
It's just like They're
just crank the tunes and let's rock out.
Yeah, basically. Let's just go.
Just go one with it. I like remixing music. It's a fun pastime. I'm actually currently working on a piece where I am a friend of mine plays the didgeridoo. So I got them to blow one long note in the didgeridoo. And I've sampled that and I've cut it up, and I'm in the process of remixing it to what is that? Fast and the Furious? Tokyo Drift.
Really?
Yes.
I love that. Okay.
We're renaming it to Didgeridrift.
I love that. And also, I love the Fast and the Furious movies. Like, not even as a joke. Like, I've seen all of them opening weekend type thing. Like, I love the Fast and the Furious movies.
There you go.
So, and I thought Tokyo Drift was good. Like, a lot of people don't like Tokyo Drift. I think Tokyo Drift was good. And the second one sucked. So, and I fight with people about that regularly.
To be honest with you, if it wasn't for the music, I wouldn't even, I would have no idea. I've never seen, I saw the first Fast and the Furious, and that's been about it.
So they get progressively more and more like live action anime. It's really funny because I think it's like I think it's the sixth one where they just suddenly have giant wrenches in their car and then they're fighting with giant wrenches. And it's just like, sure. And
no.
They're so absurd. And it's why I love them is because they're just so absurd. And I can't stop watching them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hi, Robbie. Welcome in. We have a Nokia on the screen. Feel free to exclamation puzzle, jump in the puzzle, or, hit the button and get some questions answered. We'll move on. We've actually skipped around the first couple of questions. That's all right. Sorry. I'm not. I don't regret it one bit.
I don't regret it. I'm just saying sorry, just in case. To be polite.
Nothing to apologize. In fact, I'm the one breaking my own rules because I skipped questions. So... it's fine. It's fine. Exactly. It's a popular saying around here. Everything is fine.
Yep.
Just fine. So what got you jump started into streaming? Like what was the thing that caused Nokia to go, you know what? I'm going to turn on my camera. I'm going to go and start streaming today.
I kind of started it as a joke. Again, a lot of my life revolves around weird jokes in my life. And I had seen Neil Newbon and Tom DeVille playing Baldur's Gate 3. And I was like, I really like Baldur's Gate, and I kind of have a personality for these sorts of things. I can probably do this. And I'd been trying to figure out ways to like break out of my shell because I am a very introverted person. And so I was like, I don't really know how to do this, but at the same time, like, let's try something new and we'll roll with it. And I thought maybe I would stream to 3 people and that would be it. And then suddenly that wasn't it anymore. And it got suddenly really weird, really fast.
Hang on. Remember I was telling you, we're getting rated.
Oh.
Hey, Cammy.
Hi, Raiders.
He just keeps jumping off the edge and dying.
That sounds like a me move. That's what I do. I'm really good at that.
I love the fact in this clip he sees the answer in front of him and keeps jumping off the edge anyways, because you can see the little Simon Says machine back there. It's like, yep, green. He keeps jumping off the edge. It's one of the only times that we get interruptions here on Talk Tuesday where Clips actually plays is when raiders come in. And I do that specifically because I want people to continue to feel that it's okay to raid coming in here. And we like to celebrate people coming in for a raid and bringing their people in to learn and get to know our fantastic guests. So anyways, back to what you were saying.
I don't remember what I was saying now.
We were talking about Neil Newbon and we were talking about Neil Newbon and your started your streamings.
Oh, right. So I saw Neil and Tom and I was like, I could probably figure out how to do this and not be a super awkward human being, even though I am nothing but a super awkward human being. And that basically was how it started. And it was I had nothing to do on certain nights, and it was before I went back to school. It was while I was unemployed because I had gotten laid off. I was like, let's do something. I don't know what to do, but I need to not be sitting here sad that I'm unemployed.
I can totally be down for that.
Yeah. So I started doing that, and then somehow I think it was through the Minkies because I had gone into Tom's chat. So Tom streamed separately from Neil too. So I had gone into there, and then I think that's when I met Peebs like right away. And it was because I had said I like frog memes, and Peebs immediately messaged me, was like, "Hey, we're friends now."
that just feels like a very Peebs sort of thing too. Like I have only very recently have been introduced to Peebs, and that just feels like a very Peebs sort of thing. Like, oh, you like frogs? Thank you very much, and you are now mine. I'm not sharing. You're mine.
I was then claimed. I was then claimed by Peebs. And she introduced me to a million people, and it was really cool. And then suddenly I had people showing up to my streams, and I was like, I'm awkward. Why are you here?
What do you mean,
and I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to react. I honestly, I truly did not know how to react to it. And I still, to this day, freeze up when people raid me, and it's been like 10 months now, but I will freeze up. I've gotten a little bit better where I have like a little ramble that I'll do now, but I still am utterly weirded out that people want to see me. It's still not clicking in my head, despite the fact that I've been doing this now for 10 months and have been talking to people for 10 months, and you would think I would eventually get used to it. I haven't gotten used to it.
I hate to tell you. So I have a working theory about this thing called a streamer brain. And I am very, very certain that it is a real thing that exists. And streamer brain basically is when the camera is turned on and you've hit the live button and there are people out there that you are talking and dealing with and whatnot, then your sense of ability to like maintain any kind of cohesive thought goes right out the window. Doubly so for people with like ADHD and that sort of thing. Let's face it, you're already struggling as it is, and that just like fuel to the fire.
Yeah, basically. So, and we were talking about this a little bit in the pre-show. So I don't do just chatting streams. I don't understand them. I can't figure, which is why I'm doing this puzzle with you, because I can't sit still, and I can't figure out how people sit still for that long. And so I do Power Wash and Chill streams where I play Power Wash Simulator, and then I could talk to people, because you don't really have to, do that sort of thing. And that's when I think Power Wash and Chill really helped me a lot in learning how to focus my thoughts when I am talking with chat.
Oh, you're doing so much better than I am, then.
I mean, I haven't actually moved a puzzle piece in a while now. I've just been kind of staring at it like, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't done a jigsaw puzzle in I don't know how long. So
it's all right. It's all right. Honestly, most of the puzzle gets done by the viewers anyways. So it's fine. Sense. I have one goal at the beginning, and that's to get the edge done. And then after that, I kind of check out on the puzzle, because the interior, I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of pieces here. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Right? Ooh, they're poking at Peebs in chat.
Good. It is Peebs' fault.
I feel like that's a thing that Peebs like tries to avoid, but doesn't do a very successful job at it.
I mean, it worked out. I love Peebs. I thought it was hilarious that she was just like, "Yeah, we're friends now," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh yeah.
She just collected me.
There's nothing wrong with being
the Naki Pokemon. Nakimon. There we go.
I was going to say Nakimon. Yep. Somebody beat me to that. You just beat me to that. It's fantastic. It's fabulous. It's amazing, right? Okay. So Catty is Toten. Wait, I do this. She has been around here long enough that I should know her name, and Catty is a fantastic, lovely little thing. Comes by, hangs out, puts up with all. Oh, we're getting another raid.
Oh, just kidding. Just kidding.
Hello, Weeb. Welcome in.
The hand puppet.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic little PNG that he uses. We had him on here 2 weeks ago, actually.
Oh.
Yep.
I think
he was.
So
mm-hmm. No, go
ahead. That was me. Oh, I was gonna say I do tend to do the YouTube thing. I don't always make the live because it's unfortunately just during when I've got other things going on. But I tend to watch the YouTube version of it, and I think I might have missed that one.
It hasn't gone live yet. So
that would be why. Okay.
Yeah, the YouTube's about a month behind.
Okay.
I got to a point where I was like, oh yeah, I should. So I kicked everything. I kick everything over to the YouTube channel, but it's always over there privately. And at first I was like, yeah, I'll just remember to release these periodically so that, there's some regular stuff appearing on the YouTube channel. And then I was going for like months on end where I was forgetting to actually, unprivate the videos. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is not working. So I need to release these at the same cadence that I'm doing Talk Tuesday. So they get released every Tuesday. So tonight at midnight, we'll release whatever one is scheduled to be released for tonight. That's probably like a month behind at this point. Cause I'm like, I've got a whole bunch of these backlogged and I just started scheduling them. Like you go 1 week, you go a week. It just turns out that YouTube is about a month behind.
Oh, okay. So then I'm about a month behind.
If you want to see the latest, you can still go catch them on the VODs over here on Twitch. Like they're still available there too. So
that's true. I could just do VODs.
Good night, Foxy.
Makes sense. Good night, Foxy. Have a good one. Sleep well.
Absolutely fantastic. One of the I'm waiting to see how long it's going to be before I can twist Foxy's arm to get on a Talk Tuesday.
I don't think you even have to twist her arm. I think she would just do it.
You say that. I've asked once already.
Oh. Foxy. I demand this.
Oh, I told her December.
Yes, I demand this.
Oh, now I have to go look. I may be telling. I am telling the big lie. We do have Foxy in December.
Oh my
10th.
God.
I don't even know my own schedule. It's fine. It's fine. Don't you start something. You know what? I might just start it just because that's part of my nature.
just starting fights for funsies. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine, right? Yeah.
It's what makes it makes life interesting.
You want to make it sooner? Make it sooner. I would. I don't have any open dates sooner.
You are a very, very popular man.
I have no idea why. You're on that same topic of like, I don't know why people show up to the streams. Well, there you go. Right.
Okay. I get
story.
Because I understand the brain of that, like I get it, but also like I'm side-eyeing you a little bit because it's like,
Why are you side-eyeing me for? I was one side-eyeing you there when you're like, I don't know why you know. Don't even It's fine. It's fine. We're here for it, right? It's a good time.
It is. It is a good time.
But yes, so
really far out.
Where I was at, so Catty Soden, Cat Ties Tuden, or Catty as we affectionately refer to around here. We're going to get another raid. I'm going to get interrupted and I'm going to forget. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, Squirrel. The fabulous Swifty Squirrel. Your destiny to plan. Yes, to interrupt my train of thoughts. We have been officially derailed. Squirrel was actually the very first victim for Talk Tuesdays.
I wouldn't call it victim.
I would. At that point, I had no idea what I was doing. We were kind of making things up as we went along. Absolutely victim.
Okay, I remember how my first podcasts went. So okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Oh, yeah. we had a blast. She's right.
Oh, I'm sure. It's always a lot of fun, but it's definitely like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely had no clue. We were just making stuff up as we went along. I don't even think I had it set up for people to even ask questions at that point. Like I was just like asking most of the questions.
That would make
victim
sense, though.
Guinea pig. But that was back in its infancy. We had a good time. It was fun. If you go back, I would say if you go back and watch the first one, I, however, was a real genius and I did not save the VODs for the first two Talk Tuesdays, so I don't have those anymore. But the third one is available still, and all the ones after that, and you can go back and look at them between them and now, and like wow, it's the whole format like revamped really quickly and got way more polished.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens. Like as streamers, our streams go from like what we think is a good stream when we first start to a completely different stream. Within an amount of time. Like my stream has completely changed because I started off with camera, realized I was really uncomfortable on the camera, so I think I only did like 3 streams on a camera, and then switched to a picture that I'm pretty sure was AI generated. I think the person lied to me and claimed it as their own.
Oof.
And then switched to the wonderful art that AJ drew for me, and then I got convinced to switch to camera, and I've only been on the camera now for like 3, maybe 4 months at most. I really haven't been on very long.
Well, you're doing better than I am. I've been at this for 2 years, and I think I've only actually been on camera on stream like maybe 3 times.
It's definitely something that is not the most comfortable thing in the world.
And Squirrel, you will never be unknowable because everybody knows of the Swifty Squirrel.
It's true. Wait. Oh, it would have been better if I was already. Dang it. Never mind. Ignore me.
It's fine.
Ignore me.
Never. No,
I know the name because I've seen the name before. So there you go. I can't unlearn you. I already know who you are.
Right? Zam, the Talk Tuesdays are by volunteer, and we float the start time to be more in line with what the my guests can do. So I wouldn't say that necessarily unless you're working, you're a night shift worker, and in which case that might be a bit of a problem. That has happened.
That does tend to be a problem. I understand. Also, time zones. Time zones are always a problem.
Yes, we've done a not Tuesday talk Tuesday. We had the chin waggle Wednesday because I had one guest that absolutely just could not do a Tuesday, so we moved it to Wednesday for him.
I like chin waggle Wednesday. That's good.
That's a Rutherford name. Totally swiped it from Rutherford. We were transitioning from One Talk Tuesday, and I was like, yeah, so next week we're not going to be here on Tuesday, we'll be here on Wednesday. I have no idea what we're going to call it, but it's going to be Talk Tuesday and Wednesday. He's like, chin waggle Wednesday. I'm like, there you go. That's what we're going to call it now.
I like that. I like that a lot. So I do the same thing for my days. So I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, and so Monday is either Monday Madness or Mellow Mondays, depending on how I'm feeling that week. Wednesdays right now are Waddle Dee Wednesday because we're doing Kirby, and then Fridays are either Friday Frights, or this last week was Friendly Friday because I was playing My Friendly Neighborhood, and that was an interesting game.
Interesting good, interesting bad, interesting like don't ever play that, it sucked.
It is interesting. I really like the story of it. It's like if Sesame Street went bad. It's so like I really like the concept of it and everything like that. It was a lot of wandering. And I don't do wandering puzzles very well. I get really frustrated with them. So it's good. I would just say have a guide. So you're not wandering for like 2 hours just trying to figure out where the fuck a key is. Because I don't know. Some people are really good at those kinds of things. I am not one of those people, though.
Not it. That's not true. So I did a lot of King's Quest games back in the day, and so you kind of had to know where things were at in those games.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I've watched people play King's Quest and Space Quest and that stuff, but I have never played them myself.
They're fun. They definitely take a different approach for thinking as far as puzzles go.
Okay.
But it's one of those, every screen you get on, the first thing that you do on the screen is you literally like point and click around the entirety. Like you click on anything and everything that appears to even be clickable, even if it's not. And you spend a lot of time listening to your guy going, I don't know what you want me to do with that. I can't do anything with that. I'm not touching that. That's disgusting. No. I wouldn't touch that. Don't make me do that. I don't know what you're talking about. I have like legitimately that's a lot of what you hear.
Yeah. I think I was also thinking like, isn't there text versions of like King's Quest and Space Quest and like where you had to type in the stuff?
That would be the old Zork games.
Yes. That's the things I'm thinking of.
Yes.
I do know the point and click ones though too. I'm like, but for whatever reason in my brain, I'm thinking of the text ones.
Yeah, that would be Zork. And Zork was just brutal. Those ones you had to have, like you had to write down everything that you were doing, where you'd come from, make notes. I had notebooks filled of pathing that I would do on that game.
Wow.
You had to, because you had to know exactly the right path to go to get to the item that you want. And if you died, it start all over again. And luckily enough, the programming wasn't as sophisticated back then for them to do things like, randomizing the dungeon layout.
That is true.
That would have been horrendous. Hi, Keisha.
Nobody would ever play those games. No one would ever play it.
It'd be impossible to beat. But anyways, right. So Caddy would like to know who in the community has motivated you to start streaming. That's an unusual question from her.
To start streaming or keep streaming?
Either. We'll take either one.
Okay. So start streaming, I think, was more self-motivated due to being unemployed and being, trying to figure out something new, because I was feeling really lost, because it's like I only knew what I had my own business that was eventually sold off, that I didn't have that anymore. I had been laid off from the 2 jobs that I was working, and I was just like, the fuck am I going to do? I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't want to do any of this shit anymore. Like,
right.
so I started streaming, and so that's how that started.
So
I
it's
think
you were self motivated, right?
yeah, it was more of a self motivation, but like to keep going, I think was when I met Peebs and everybody in the pond and that sort of thing, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep going or not. It was a very eh, weird time where I didn't know what was going on. Um, and then I met, well, so Holy FX, I've known in real life on the side. Like I knew his best friend because he was best
Mm-hmm.
friends with my brother, and so I knew Holy through like that. I didn't know him or anything
Right.
like that. But Holy FX is a streamer here, and I was pointed in his direction, and I was like, "Holy shit, we've known each other kind of like in passing for like 30 years. Didn't realize it." Um, and so he started like really helping me out, really showing me like what I'm actually supposed to do as a streamer. I didn't know about raids. I didn't know about, anything really. I was just like, I'm pushing a button and I'm playing a game. I did it. Um,
Honestly, just pushing a button and turning on to play the game is a lot of times the biggest stumbling block most people have.
it's true. And I learned how to talk to myself. I mean, I knew how to talk to myself, but really learned how to talk to myself that was more interesting for other people to hear and not just me making silly voices at myself type thing. And because I really
Fair.
was, I was streaming to maybe one person for a while, for a long
Yeah.
while. And then I met everybody like through Peeves, and then I started talking with Holy, and Holy started introducing me to people. Holy introduced me to Mental, who introduced me to a whole other community who, I love and adore them too. And I like all these communities just started coming to my stream, and that's what's kept me going, is that like I still have people who show up, so why would I stop? So that's the long answer. Because like I really was, I had debated stopping many times. I've debated stopping even recently because of school, but it's just, if people want to be there, one of the most precious thing people can give you is their time. And if
Right.
people want to, if people are saying I want to give you my time, then I feel like, absolutely I can't turn that down. It would be rude. If that makes sense. If that makes any sort of sense at all. I promise you in my head it did.
No, it makes tons of sense, right? Because I mean, honestly, that's as an online content creator, right? Like that's your bread and butter, so to speak. Trying to be interesting and make people want to come by and spend a very precious commodity with you. Right. And let's face facts. Everybody is very busy these days. Like the world has not gotten any easier for anybody.
It's true.
And so I would almost say it's probably gotten a little bit more insane as it goes along. But that's just me.
I can't. Not wrong. You're not wrong at all, I don't think.
But at the end of the day, right? The thing here to keep in mind is that everybody's worried about making that buck and everything. And I think the time that we spend with people is an investment in a bit of happiness, a moment of respite, a point where you can relax. And the best thing that you can do is spend that time with somebody that you enjoy spending that time with. So it's always fantastic when, like, I still get elated anytime I see anybody pop in the chat and just start talking. I'm like, oh my God, they're coming here. Yay.
Exactly. No, I still get like, I'm still baffled when people are like, yes, I want to watch you. I'm like, why though? Like, I don't understand, but sure. Okay. You want to spend time with me. This is how we're going to be able to spend time.
Right. Like, don't question it. Just enjoy the time. But it's memories too, right? You're making memories.
It is. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a beautiful and wonderful thing to know that somebody wants to be there, right? Like they have to make that choice that they want to be there. And
Exactly.
and that's how I talk about like with online friendships because most of my friendships are online. Like let's be real. Um I would not have met pretty much all of you if I didn't start streaming, right? I wouldn't have met,
Right.
you know, some of the most important people in my life now if I hadn't started streaming and they hadn't wanted to give me their time. And the thing with online friendships is that you have to want to be in that friendship and you have to give each other that time to be in that friendship. And so it's like it's your friendships online almost get to be deeper than the ones you have like in the real world type thing.
They can.
They can.
They can.
To a point. Yeah.
I think so I think honestly I think an online relationship, which is friendship, the friends and relationships is what they are. I think they help build a very strong bond. You get to know the person on the other side because and you get to know them without any like preconceived notions of look or anything else. Like it's just a logo on the screen. It's a voice on the other side. It's a personality that you get an opportunity. In your case, you've got the camera turned on, so you know that's cheating because you know you're very easy on the eyes. But that's besides the point here.
No, don't be like that. No, there's no blush counter here. No.
Be all right. It'll be all right.
My blush counter is broken right now. Like I blush so often that we broke it. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. So
there's no counter. So blush to your heart's content. It's just fine. I do this to everybody. If it's too much, say so. I'll knock it off. I'm sorry.
No. You're fine. You're fine. I've told you I'm a very awkward person. I don't know how to accept compliments. I don't know how to do it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the thought.
Smile, nod, and then, you know.
I promise I'm not being like superficial when I say that. I do very much appreciate it. I don't know how to react, and I'm sorry that I'm such an awkward human.
You're just fine. It is just fine. It is absolutely just fine. Don't worry about it. They are. Getting to know the people inside before the outside is like I think the best part of the whole thing. And then when you meet them in person, there is an extra special connection that happens because you can finally now reach out and touch, shake hands, give a hug, whatever. And you can move to having a little bit more of a physical connection. And it ties the bonds a little better. It really kind of supplants them as yes. Like I have met a few people I have met online that I absolutely enjoy their company. They're good friends of mine, everything else. And I have met them in person and it has done nothing but made that relationship better for it.
Yeah. One of my best friends who unfortunately passed away, I had met online. We had known each other, God, 5 or 6 years before we met in person.
Mm-hmm.
And when we met in person, it was just like instantaneous. Like, no, there's no problems here. Like,
right.
We know each other inside and out. We've been through a lot together and without even ever physically meeting each other. And then and then when we met, it was like, yeah, no, that's just what makes sense. Like we're friends and this is what our friendship has been the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You got a mushy moment from Peebs in chat.
Uh-oh. No, Peebs, no. Why? I love you too, Peebs. You, God damn it. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not blushing.
It's fine.
I'm not going to die from blushing. You know, it's fine.
Not yet, anyways. It's fine. It's
not
fine.
Yet.
Not yet. We're just getting started.
Mm-hmm. We're only 49 minutes into this. You can't make me die of blush yet.
We're just getting started. You can watch that clock all you want, but you're going to turn around twice and be like, wait a minute, we're done already? It happens to everybody.
No, I know. I just looked at my actual clock. I didn't even look at the clock because I'm on the jigsaw puzzle screen. I was like, oh, it's been 49 minutes already. Like, damn.
Oh, you can't pay any attention to the clock on the jigsaw puzzle screen because that's 49 minutes since the puzzle has been active, and I started the puzzle before the.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'm lying my ass off over here. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It'll be all right. Everything is great. Everything's awesome.
Caddy would also like to know top 5 favorite video games.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, which is the second game. Borderlands 2, also the second game. Frick. Oh, there's so many to choose from. Baldur's Gate 3, I'm going to have to put up there for obvious reasons.
I would be shocked if you didn't.
Shit, what would my last two be? I don't know either. Fuck.
They're your favorite games, not mine. Don't look at me.
No, I know.
Pop quiz.
My brain is like drawing a blank on every game I've ever played, and I played so many games. Okay, Undertale would probably go up there. Fuck. I guess.
Stop, breathe, focus.
That's just a really good question because it really also depends on like if I'm playing with other people or if I'm playing alone, right? Because like some games are not fun if you play with if you play
by yourself
alone.
Yes.
Yeah. But you make the memories with the games with the other people because like Deep Rock Galactic would be that for me.
Oh, Deep Rock Galactic is fantastic.
It's a fantastic game. I love that game, but most of my memories are, playing it with other people, not playing it by myself. I don't know that I would put it up there. But I guess I could. I have like 300 hours in it.
Oh.
I have a lot of hours in Deep Rock Galactic. Played it a lot.
Let me see. Deep Rock Galactic. 680 hours. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Okay, so yeah, I guess Power Wash Sim would be up there. I've got like 200 hours in that. Like, the reason why, hilariously, why I know Baldur's Gate, besides the fact, that I've talked about, I wouldn't have been streaming it without Baldur's Gate or anything like that. I have almost $1,000 hours in Baldur's Gate. So I think I've spent some time playing that game.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. It's
just a smidge of time. I definitely didn't hyperfixate on it for like 6 months straight or something. It's fine. I am a totally normal human being who doesn't hyperfixate on things extensively.
Sure.
I am definitely not neurospicy in any way. I can't even say that with a straight face. Like
I was like, yeah.
I'm normal. I have a neurotypical brain for sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're about as normal as any of the rest of us around here. I imagine.
I mean, you find the people you're most like.
That's fair. That is actually very fair because you tend to gravitate to like, right? So it becomes the normal.
It does.
Absolutely.
And for me, normal is a lot of neurospicy people who I love very deeply.
Well, I am certain that they reciprocate the feelings.
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
It's that whole rejection Yeah,
probably. You can say and probably all you want, but I happen to know when I started talking about I got Naki on the Talk Tuesday lineup, everybody's like, when?
Oh, don't say that.
I'm telling you. They're like, it can't get here fast enough.
Oh, no, I'm blushing again.
You guys, we have a tag counter down there. If you want to use that for an impromptu Naki counter, just exclamation tag in the chat, and that number will start counting up. You're welcome to use it that way.
Thank you. Perfect. We'll fix my blush counter. We'll just add whatever, I do here. It's fine. I know that I don't know how to handle compliments, and so my first thing to do is to blush and just not know what to do with my hands. Like, see, I already hit my boom arm.
I actually have that same boom arm. I was looking at that. I'm like, I've got that boom arm.
It's worked really well. Unfortunately, it broke literally yesterday, and so it's kind of being held together by black duct tape at the moment.
I love the ingenuity. Yes.
I don't have the money right now to be buying a new boom arm, so it's fine. We just use duct tape. Look, there is a reason that I have this roll of duct tape literally right here, because everything can be fixed with duct tape. It's fine.
We're gonna tune into an Naki stream. There's gonna be duct tape on the wall. I'm like, why is there duct tape on the wall? It's fine. There's not a hole underneath the duct tape. It's fine. We fixed the hole.
I didn't accidentally go like this and hit the wall behind me and make a hole.
No,
I wasn't playing something infuriating like Dark Souls. Like,
now, so which Dark Souls? Like all of them, some of them? Do you have a preference on Dark Souls?
So I've honestly played all of them. The only one I played on stream so far is Remastered, and that is because one day, like a fool, I asked chat, would you want to see me play Dark Souls Remastered? And it was an overwhelming 103 yes to 1 no. So, because I was like, no, I'm never going to play a Souls game on stream. Like, why would I do that to myself? You're just going to make fun of me. I'm awful at these games.
Let's
they wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, they would. Okay, so chat, I believe, loves to see pain. I'm convinced of it, right? If you give chat the option between something nice, relaxing, and calm, and you dying an awful lot, being in pain, and losing your mind, they will always take the losing the mind 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, which is hilarious because, like, even when I'm raging, people don't usually know it because I have a very calm exterior. I don't, I don't outwardly show my emotions. So it's like, you're not going to know that I'm
so chill, even ice gets cold.
Yeah, like there's a reason for that. I blame the autism, honestly, but it's fine. We just go with that. Like I will very much rage on paper. I will very much, write out my feelings, but as to actually physically emote, I will not do it. And so I thought it was hilarious that chat was like, yeah, you're definitely going to play Dark Souls. And like most of the time I'm just laughing. I'm like, you guys chose this. You want to watch me fall off of ledges because I don't know how to walk straight in a game. There you go. Here we go.
Right. Like that's what we're here for.
Yep.
That's what we and I say chat sets us all up for pain. The sad part is we're chat too. Like,
oh yeah, no,
I'm in somebody else's stream almost nonstop, and so when they're like, "Do you want to see me in pain, or do you want to see me?" No. Where's that pain button at? I'll break the button. I'm just gonna smash it.
Hilariously, I'm in 2 other streams right now too, because like I'm always in somebody's streams.
Right.
Always. I might be lurking, but I'm there.
Yep. Always and always. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. And then you can build up the points too, right? Because that's a thing. Yeah, you gotta get those points because somebody's got something on there. You're like, ooh, every time I push this button, there's this reaction that I get. It's so good. Save the point.
Do you know about the button that everybody wants to push on my channel?
No.
It's Peeb's fault that this button exists. She's very proud of it.
Oh.
It's called the Eebs.
Oh, the Eebs button. Yes, I know all about the Eebs buttons. That's because there's one over on Bates' channel too.
Bates got it from me.
Yeah, Bates is like 80,000 points over on her channel, and what she doesn't realize is I've got like 3, almost 4 redeems of that saved up, just
nice
waiting.
Yeah,
I saw the Eebs on yours. I actually have a couple of redeems worth of that, but I've not been like, it's not a good time to push it just yet. So I am a professional troll, and the moment has to be just right. And then you're like, what? Oh, for Eve's sakes.
Why Eves have Eves, you Eves done Eves, this Eves to me, Eves. My friend Sparkly Kiss, who I've known them for, God, I don't even know how long. They were my employee. Is how long I've known them, type thing. Like right. They pressed the Eves on the biggest raid that I had ever gotten. I had gotten like it was like over 100 people raiding in, and they were like Eves. I was like, mother Eves, fucker Eves. Like,
see, that's pinpoint precision. That's when the button gets hit. It's not like you're like, oh, this is just another normal day, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not hitting the button then. No. I just got 300 people raided in on top of me. That's an Eves moment. Have at it.
That's an Eves moment. And that's exactly what happened. It was like the biggest raid I had ever gotten. And yep, Eves. Motherfucker. Why would you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
Why not?
No, I know. That's the thing, is that like, if you saved up those points, because it's 30,000 points on my channel to redeem for the Eves.
Oh yeah, I've got at least 3 of those then.
Oh God.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anybody that's around here that knows me knows I cheat. I have a little bot that I programmed that I give it a list of streamers to go lurk on and collect points for me.
That's great.
the people are like, I want that program. You have to give me that program. I'm like, no, it's mine. You can't have it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I wouldn't want to share it either. Just like, no, nope.
Well, much power.
Yes, the power that comes with this.
So,
and how many times I will redeem Eves on people.
The Eves is mine.
Exactly. Who else did it to me? Mental did it to me one time. When did he do it? Mental got me actually with the control. So control is when you have 5 minutes to control me in chat. And he got me with the control. I couldn't say words with the letter I in it for 5 minutes.
That's not bad.
It was hard.
Horrendous. Oh yeah.
It was just like, fuck. Said fuck a lot.
I love the band. We friend of ours, his name is Zai. He's got 2 redeems that we play back to back over in his. One is Ban a Word. The other one is Talk Like a Cowboy. And so we routinely will redeem them both. And so he wants to use y'all for everything. And we're like, nope, no y'all. And Talk Like a Cowboy for the next 10 minutes. Have fun.
I wouldn't know what to say. I honestly, I don't know how common of information this is about me, but of the Naki lore, this is not my accent. I mask what my voice sounds like. And so I have a hard time switching to other people's accent, or switching accents, and like going to like a Southern drawl or whatever. Because to me, I'm already speaking in another accent, right? So I don't know So I was on, it was Mental Stream, I'm pretty sure. I was on Mental Stream and they're like, well, you have to speak Southern now because that was the redeem. And I'm like, I don't know how. I'm like, y'all come back now, you hear? Like, that's about as Southern as I know. I don't know how to go Southern. So I would, if you had done that to me, I would have no idea what to do. Just like, I'm just going to be silent then for 5 minutes because I don't know what you want me to say.
Come back in 5 minutes. We'll see. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Basically. I'm gonna take a bathroom break now. Bye.
I love the redeems that you hit people with that like absolutely just break them, because it just, you can see them just mentally just shut down. We have another friend of ours is Miss Crimson Cat. Her favorite saying is, "It really do be like that." Like and she uses it for everything. It's kind of really infectious around here. I've got an emote that literally has "It really do be like that" in words. It just flashes up on the screen. And she, first time she started streaming, I'm like, oh, look, you have banned something. So I went in there and I banned. I'm like, ban it. You can't say "It really do be like that" anymore for the next 5 minutes. And she literally just shut down. She did not speak at all for the next 5 minutes. She's like, I don't know what to say. Just, nah.
We're just not talking. We're just not talking. I will still talk through the eaves, although there are times where I'm like, I do not want to talk. I just don't want to say anything for 5 minutes. Just fucking eaves. Fucking eaves.
Death to the eaves. You know what? That's fair. That is absolutely fair. It's such a good time.
It is. I do. It is good fun. It is good fun.
It is.
And it always makes for interesting words to be made. And I make up words as it is because I forget my English, and then I'm like, yeah, so toilet equals poop cubicle. Like, there you go. I couldn't remember the word toilet, so I went with poop cubicle, which you know what I was talking about.
Right? Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. I say roll with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
We Brownies would like to know if you've played Skyrim, and if you did you kill the Parthenox?
I have not played Skyrim. I have gotten to the intro, and then it crashed on me, and I never tried again.
Oh no, that's terrible. I haven't played Skyrim. I played the older versions of it, also known as Morrowind.
I've watched people play Morrowind.
And I haven't actually gone back to play any of it since then.
For as many versions of Skyrim there is out there, you would think I would have tried again, but I never did because I was like, it crashed on me like 10 minutes into the game.
I'm done.
I'm done. Yep. And that was like
just throw this in the poop cubicle. It's fine.
Exactly. Because it was like it was during like I think it was 360 days where I had like an hour beforehand where I was updating the damn thing. And then it was like, no, just kidding. And I was like, no, fuck this game.
Huh?
Nope.
No. No. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Hard pass. This game just sucks. I'm out.
Basically, like you can't
every time somebody says
longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. And every time somebody says I'm out, all I hear is that fuck this shit, I'm out. Just like, yep, that plays through my head. I'm like, thank you. That just now lives rent free.
Yep, I get the fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. That's where my head goes.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So so no plans of going to try out Skyrim again, or you just like, no, it crashed, it died, I'm out?
I think at some point I will. It's just one of those games that I know is going to be a lot of time, and time is not on my side these days.
I don't think time's on anybody's side these days.
That is very true. But it's one of those, like, I know I'm going to have to invest a lot of time in it, and I have to remember things on top of it, which is usually the problem, is that like I can't just put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. I am going to have to remember things.
Yeah, no, you have to come back to that and keep track of where you're at on things. And
and that's usually the problem for me, where I'll put it down and then not come back to it for like a week, and then come back to it and be like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't have a clue. Meh. And so I wind up giving up on the game anyways, because I don't, I don't have a memory that works like that. Now, unless I physically write it down.
Speaking of giving up on games, do you regularly give up on games? Have you for most part completed just about any game you picked up to play? Like, do you have a list of games that you're like, yeah, I tried this and went, no, I'm out?
So there are a very few number of games that I've actually rage quit. One of those is Human Fall Flat, which Peebs will never forgive me for. I hate that game so much. Because Peebs loves that game. I cannot stand that game. Yeah, that was one of the games I rage quit. I try to finish games as much as I can. I tend to not finish games that are long, with the exception of like Baldur's Gate. If it's more than 100 hours, there's a good chance I'm not going to finish it. And it's nothing to do with the game itself. It tends to be more like I don't remember what I was doing, and I was having fun, but I don't remember what I was doing, and I need to remember a thing. And the way my working memory works is that I have to write it down. Like, you can see on my bookshelf behind me, I have 6 notebooks total, because one's a homework notebook, one is a mental notebook, and then the other 4 are school notebooks. And I literally am copying the books down so that I actually remember the things that I'm, trying to learn.
Fair.
And I can't really do that with games, because I don't think to write it down, because that would make sense.
It would.
We don't do that here. That sounds logical. And we don't do that here. We don't do that here. That's pshaw.
What? Actually do something that makes sense here? Are you kidding me?
No, we don't do that here. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
we don't even talk about it. We don't even hint about it.
No. Exactly. I think for the most part, if it's a shorter game, I will finish it. And by shorter, I mean like...
Sorry, just saying hi to somebody that hasn't popped in before. It's the Real Rascal Grandma. Or Grandpa. Real Rascally Grandpa. There we go.
Oh my gosh, Grandpa, hi! How are you? They are just a delight. They're
I know.
Wonderful.
I hang out in their streams. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're awesome. Hello.
Welcome in. We are just talking with the fabulous Naki. We've had a number of people popping in today, so in case you guys are missing out and don't understand who is on the screen in front of me, and for the life of me, I don't know why you wouldn't know who this absolutely famous to die for individual is. We are having Talk Tuesday this weekend with our special guest, Nick Nack Naki.
It's fine.
Here, I thought it was Gun in disguise. I don't know who should be more upset about that, you or me. I don't sound a thing like Gun.
He regularly calls Gun Grandpa, so
there you go. It's all right. He does sound kind of old.
Oh my gosh. He's like a year older than me. I mean, I know I'm the oldest one. Like, I know, like, in the pond, I'm the oldest one. It's fine. I accept this about myself. But
I'm sorry, you would not be the oldest one in the pond.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm very positive.
Okay.
Very positive.
Okay. I know I'm one of the oldest ones. How's that?
that may be possible.
Because, well, Mental's in the pond. Mental's older than me. So, Gun's older than me. So, yeah, one of the older ones. I am an elder. It's fine. The blue hair throws people off. I admit that the blue hair throws people off, but I just turned 39. Like, I promise you, I'm
Yeah, no, the blue hair doesn't. I honestly, I guess I watch an awful lot of anime, so the blue hair, and like, yeah, whatever. Didn't even think twice about it.
Apparently, people get very confused when I say I'm 39 and I've had this bright blue hair for over a year now. I think my hair is permanently blue because I tried bleaching it out because I was going to go red for my birthday because I hadn't changed my hair in over a year, and I bleached it and it stayed blue.
Wow, so that's impressive.
I'm pretty sure I'm just blue haired now.
Don't consider people old unless you're in your 80s and 90s.
Fair. Fair.
Hair dye is like natural youth filter for most people. I like that. Hang on, I am going to go dye my hair fuchsia now. That's
yes,
it.
Do it. Fuchsia hair. Yes, 100%.
Fuchsia hair and a bright neon green beard. I think that'll like.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I 100% am on board for this. I will help. Let me know. I not even joking. I think it was when I moved 42 different jars of hair dye. When I
already moved. Then
I like dyeing my hair. But I've kept to blue for over a year now, so now I have all of these extra colors that I don't know what to do with. So if you want to dye your hair any color under the rainbow, I probably have it.
There you go. If you actually do that, I will draw it. Okay, so my father decided that he was going to dye his beard one day. And I tell this story just because it's funny. Me and my father don't really talk that much. But this particular story was funny. My girlfriend at the time used hair dye. And so she was dyeing her hair red. And she got this henna dye.
Mm-hmm.
And so he decided that he was going to use it to dye his beard red because he thought, yes, I will do that. Stuck that on his beard. And he went and washed it off. It turned his gray beard green.
Yep. Yeah. But I bet it looked awesome.
It was the brightest green.
Yeah, there's henna dyes are a little bit finicky, and yep, that's about what I expect.
Just died. He walked out. He's like, I don't think this worked right. We're like, what do you mean? Take one look. I'm like, it's green. And not just like any color green. We're talking like that's a green. Not a dark green. It's a lime green.
That is unmistakably very green.
Oh yeah. It was he couldn't get to the bathroom fast enough to shave it off. And the whole time he's in there just grumbling and growling, walking out, and his cheeks were still slightly stained green after he shaved it off. He's like, how do I get this off my face? Scrub.
That just lives there now. Sorry.
Oh yeah. It was an experience. I don't think my father has tried to mess with any hair coloring since.
I mean, that's a good enough reason. For a long time, I wouldn't let anybody touch my hair. And then I would only let one person touch my hair. And then now it's back to just me. I'm the only person who does my hair. And it's mostly because the person who was doing my hair lives very far away now. And I'm like, I haven't found another person that will do my hair the way that I want them to. So it's fine. I will just do it myself.
Exactly.
But I think if I'm going to leave my blue color behind, I'm going to have to get it professionally taken care of.
The Grinch can rock the green, right? Uh, yeah, I don't know. I have been toying around with the idea of, because I have long hair. It goes halfway down my back, and I have toyed around with the idea of actually just changing the color one day. I'll just dye the whole thing. I haven't done it, and I haven't done any kind of real craziness with my hair since my younger days, when I used to go to punk rock fests, and I would spike it up in like tall, 2 feet spikes on top of my head. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, were you a Liberty spiker?
Well, no, I did the Mohawk spikes. So I
had 4 or 5 Mohawk, of those. So I got you. Okay. Yeah. I got you. I didn't do the spikes. I just did the fan.
Yeah, no, I did spikes. It was easier. I did the spikes with the toothpaste and the hair gel and whatnot. Yeah, straight on up.
Yep. Elmer's glue also worked really well. Because I did the fan. I did Liberty spikes once and was like, no, never again. Never again.
But I would have to go looking to see if I can find pictures of my old punk days. I would have to look to see if I can find them.
I think most honest. So something that happened to my family's house is we got flooded one year of over 6 feet of water in our basement. Oof. Where all of our pictures were. And so there is not much record of me before the age of 25, because that was all down there. And that included all of my punk phase of my giant purple mohawk, unfortunately. Like, there's some things like here and there that we found, right. But like for the most part, like my giant purple mohawk lives on in just my brain.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but sometimes you want to show it, right? Where it's like, look how goofy I was back then.
Oh, in some cases, I think I would rather just leave the goofy pictures lost in antiquities.
You want to know? I still have, and I don't know how these survived the flood. I have every single picture that one of our regulars over at the Rocky Horror Picture Show took of us, and I have all of them. And it is because I was on the cast for 4 years, and I played.
No kidding.
Characters. No.
Where did you play?
My main was Columbia, okay. But I also did Columbia and Magenta. I basically traded on and off for, but then I was also the criminologist. I was Trixie. I did Rocky one night for my birthday. That was really silly, and I was supposed to play Frankenfurter, and I kept falling in the heels. Turns out I cannot wear those heels for the life of me.
Okay, not many people can wear those heels. Let's be fair.
They're very hard heels to walk.
Oh,
but yeah,
those are serial heels. I worked
in the nudist colony. It was a very weird time in my life.
Okay, that was not on my Talk Tuesday bingo card. Sorry. Guest admits to nudist colony visitation and
no. I worked at it. I was not part of it. I worked at it. I want to make that very clear. I worked at the nudist colony. I worked in the kitchens.
I was not dressed. A participant.
I was dressed. I worked there. I worked in the kitchen. Not a participant.
Welcome to Talk Tuesday.
Hello, welcome. I have lived a very weird life.
I wouldn't say weird. I would say exciting, exhilarating, and fascinating.
I go with weird. Okay, so when I was 19 when I worked at the nudist colony, and after the nudist colony, I worked at a sex shop, and at that point in time,
why not? Because once you've been in the nudist colony, there's not anything that's going to surprise you at this point.
And let me tell you, the nudists were way worse than anything that happened in the sex shop. So,
yes, yep.
it was one of those things that it felt like a natural transition. And I turned 20, I was working in a sex shop, and I was like, I think something might need to change in my life. I think I don't want to do this anymore. I think I need to get out of this industry.
Right. Well, so I did rescue work for 9.5, almost 10 years. I actually got out of it before I could hit retirement for it.
Okay.
Then the reasons why I got out of it is really kind of gruesome. So I generally don't talk about that one. But that's not here or there. I only bring it up because as rescue, we had a nudist camp that was actually down the road, and we would go pick up people in very interesting predicaments from the nudist colony. But yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. My brother from another mother was an ER nurse, and had a lot of people fall in the bathtub onto things. Very interesting stories about how people fall on the bathtub.
That's one way of putting that. Yeah, I fell in the bathtub. How did that make it into the bathtub with you?
Questions. I have more questions than anything. Like, why was a squash in the bathtub with you? Just curious.
Oh, no. I'm not even. The squash would have been tame. I'd take the squash.
Yeah, no, the squash is tame. I'm picking tame things.
I will take the squash. Give me the squash any day.
Oh, man. Some of the stuff from the nudist colonies, like people have a vision of what nudist colonies are. And it's way more than what you think it is. It's just way more.
Your imagination can't even touch what you walk into a nudist colony and see, and you're like, I can't ever unsee that.
Oh yeah, and then you're just like, cool. I know this about people now, and like one of them. No, it was when I was working at the sex shop. So when I was working at the sex shop, I was also a manager at a Subway. And I had this elderly gentleman. The jokes write themselves, really. But I had this elderly gentleman come into Subway and order 2 footlongs, and then I had changed shifts and went over to the sex shop, and that same elderly gentleman came in, and I sold him a BDSM kit, and I was like, you have a very exciting night planned ahead for you. Just
he wanted his foot long, and he wanted somebody to make him take it.
Exactly. And you know what? If he needed a rescue that night, I don't need to know. Like, whatever. It was. I apologize that I have just gotten your stream taken down from Twitch. My bad. Like,
no, it's fine. I don't think we're needed. I've actually had far worse conversations on Talk Tuesday, so this is you're okay. I promise.
Okay.
It's just fine.
just weird jobs, just weird odd jobs that I've had that just give me such interesting experiences with people. But that's why I tell people, like, not a lot of things will faze me. Like, you can say a lot of things to me that's not going to shock my brain by any means.
Oh, yeah. No.
I probably have already seen worse.
Exactly, right? It doesn't faze me too much what people have to say. I'm like, yeah, okay. And you're welcome to say whatever you want to say. It doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to say it. I may laugh at it. I may just kind of shake my head at you, but
Oh yeah.
Help yourself. I've seen worse. I've seen better. It's all over the board. It's fine. Like, the internet doesn't scare me as much. I knew some people that were like terrified of the internet. Like, oh my God, it's don't do it. You'll regret it. I'm like, why? It's not that bad.
The internet doesn't terrify me, but the reason I quit podcasting is because Problem was with my podcast, I was the only female person and I was the only person of color. And so I was otherwise with 3 white guys, and my opinion was always different from theirs. And so we started getting review bombed because of me, because I would say something like, I didn't like this Star Wars. How dare I not like this Star Wars? I'm the one with the Star Wars tattoo, and yet I'm the one who didn't like a Star Wars thing. And
But
so we
I
started
mean,
getting
but
review bombed.
I'm sorry. I would think that's what you would want, though. In a good podcast, you would want to have differing opinions. That way, you can have an interesting conversation.
No, people just want their to be right. And so, like, especially in certain fandoms, they just want to be right. And so, like, I was wrong for not liking a Star Wars thing. I started getting messages to kill myself. I started getting messages, that what I looked like was terrible or whatever. And like, I had already gotten like those messages before, but it was coming in droves. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm done with the internet. And so like it was 6 years in between me podcasting and me streaming, because I was like, I don't want to deal with that again.
Wow.
Because that can severely wreck somebody's mental health.
Yeah, I can believe that. I think that's, pretty screwed up on their part, but I mean, you can't, it's already done. It's over with, right? There's not anything that can be done about it. You're not going to change it by discussing it now. It just sucks that it happened.
I mean, that's the part of the internet that scares me, and it doesn't scare me for me. It scares me for people around me, because I know not everybody can go through that and still come out of it okay. And I know that there's things that now make me like hesitate. Like I don't really do, outside of like people that I know and like people that have vouched for themselves. I don't do like DMs. I don't do anything like that, because I don't want to cross that boundary, because it's just I don't know what's going to happen. People can get really crazy sometimes, and like especially in fandoms, like and it's just, I don't want to run the risk. I really don't want to run the risk. I don't want to go through that again. It sucked. So it's just interesting coming back to streaming and being on the internet again. And first off, everybody has been so nice to me. It drives me insane, because I'm just like, where's the trolls? Where's the people who tell me I have the face for radio? Because that's what I used to get. That's what I'm used to. It's like the people who tell you you're ugly, who tell you you're fat, who tell you you're, and it's like, I'm not ashamed of being fat. Everybody has fat on themselves. Like, whatever. It is what it is.
Who cares?
But who gives a shit? But that's what I was waiting for. And that's what I think part of me still waits for with streaming, is like, I'm waiting for that to come back.
I'll be honest with you. If anybody shows up in my chat acting like that, then they're going to find the fastest way out of my chat.
Oh, I know. Like, I've gotten real good at the ban hammer, because it's just like, nope. Okay, bye. But yeah, it's
yeet. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's a big yeet out, and I don't allow people to talk to people who I care about that way either. It's just like, I can take a lot of hits, and I know I can take a lot of hits, but anybody who knows me knows that I will fight for them, type thing.
Right.
And if you say something like that to somebody who I love and care for, I will come out there and tell you what's what, in a very nice, friendly tone that you will not understand, because I will still be chilly chill, because I have no way of emoting.
Let me introduce you, my friend, to the door. Exactly. It looks like this, and it hits you in your ass on the way out it. Goodbye.
Goodbye forever. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. Yeah, no.
I actually had to ban somebody from my chat. I think it's the first time I've banned anybody. Yeah.
Wow.
Right? They came in. They plopped a couple of links to Bible verses in my chat, and I'm like, yeah, no, we don't need that, thank you. And I deleted them without saying anything. And then he's like, you guys need to stop deleting these. These are important links. I'm like, dude, this is not the chat for that. And he's like, no, you need this. And so I deleted it again. And he started shouting in my chat about, you atheist assholes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, no, that's goodbye. And there's a ban.
Yep.
If that's what you were really going after. Well, I think there's just some people that's what they want. They
Yeah.
seek that negative attention.
Yeah. We have that a lot on the TikTok stream. So every morning on TikTok, I stream from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. as a coffee chat. And we've had people come in and be like, you know, here's all these Bible verses or whatever, or like you're going to hell for your blue hair or whatever. And like, luckily I have Mental as a mod who's just real fast with the mute and the ban, because it's just like, no, my space is not space for that. Where
right,
if you want to have like religious beliefs are fine. Like I don't care what your religion is, whatever. I grew up in a 2-religion household. I don't particularly care one way or the other. But if you're trying to judge people in my chat, that's not going to work.
No, and it shouldn't. And good on you for not allowing that sort of thing. Like I am not I'm like, people are gonna have their religion, fine. I'm not about here to tell you what religion to go believe in or anything like that. Like, it's not on my list of things to do. People can sort that out on their own. I don't need to get involved in that.
Exactly.
But I'm a very staunch believer of, let's leave religion and politics at the door. We're here to laugh and joke and have fun. The rest of that, out.
Yep, I am the same way. Where I'm like, this is chilly chill time. This is where we play a game, we laugh, we take a break from the world, and then we move on. You know, like.
Yep, exactly.
I just want people to feel safe in my chat. I want people to feel comfortable in my chat. And you being judgmental is not going to make them feel safe or comfortable. So get the fuck out.
Right. Caddy would like to know top 5 favorite foods.
Ooh. All right. Nasi goreng from my home country, which is Indonesia, specifically my omas. Coconut curry.
Ooh.
It's usually chicken coconut curry because I'm lazy and don't feel like cooking anything else. But any type of coconut curry is usually in there. I would say specifically Chinese pork and shrimp dumplings with the hot sauce on it that I can't think of the name of. Chili crisp. That's what I'm thinking of. With chili crisp on it. Trying to think. Because it is my peanut butter. Peanut butter in general is a favorite for me. I just love peanut butter anything. So we're going peanut butter.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Exactly. No, I could live off of peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter. Jelly, I can actually take or leave. I'm just fine with the peanut butter sandwich.
Have you tried a PB, a peanut butter jelly and cheese sandwich yet?
I've not done cheese. I've done bacon, but I've not done cheese. What kind of cheese? Would it be American cheese?
No. Good God, no. Okay. You match the cheese to the jelly, right? So people do the you do the jam and cheese boards, right? So all we're really talking about is you match the cheese with the jelly, and then you just throw some peanut butter on top of it, slap between 2 pieces of bread, and have yourself a nice sandwich.
I mean, I feel like that's not too far.
Like, I like a good mild or sharp cheddar with strawberry jam and peanut butter. It's really good.
I mean, that sounds good. It's not that I wouldn't not try it.
Mozzarella actually is really an interesting one. Mozzarella can go with just about any kind of jam you want, because mozzarella on its own has almost no flavor.
Yep, that is true.
So absolutely a great. I got used to eating these because I have low blood sugar. And so when you need to raise your blood sugar really quick, peanut butter is fantastic for that. And jam, because it's all just sugar at that point. The cheese gives you the proteins to stabilize your sugar. So even after you eat it, it'll stabilize so you can actually get something more filling down inside you. So you got time to cook a real meal. So it's a great, like, real quick eat, stabilize your sugar, get it up there, get it leveled off so that you're not suffering from headaches, you're not nauseous or anything else. And then you can go eat a real meal to help further, lock things in place.
That's actually, I never would have thought of it that way, but yeah, that totally makes sense. and now I'm definitely going to try it because like, what do I have in my, I think I have the strawberry Bon Mar jelly or jam, and I think I have brie, and then peanut butter. I think it'd probably be good.
Give it a try. I would, I tell most people try the jam and cheese first. If they go fine, then you can throw it right in with any sandwich you want and peanut butter and rock on with it. Yo, Life of Blue, welcome in.
Hello.
It works. And you don't, like most people are like, oh, that would be disgusting. You would have that cheese in there. There's no flavor of cheese. Honestly, it actually causes the peanut butter to come out more and makes the jam a little sharper. But it gives you a nice, like a full body mouthful when you eat it. So, you've eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwiches now, and it's a very squishy sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put that cheese in there, and it gives it substance. It's no longer just this like squish in your mouth. It actually gives it real substance and a nice, satisfying chew. So
now I'm going to try that. I mean, you put it in my head, I'm gonna have to try it. Because I mean, like, I guess people do. I don't know if it's a Wisconsin thing, but it's something that I've only seen in Wisconsin is cheddar cheese on apple pie.
Yep, I've seen that.
And I mean, people do that. I don't know.
Sour cream apple pies, I've seen those too.
Yep. Sour cream donuts are a thing.
Yep.
Oh, I figured out what my fifth one would be. Pistachio ice cream.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, don't say yuck. Don't say yuck. I love pistachio ice cream. Followed very closely by Old Lady Butter Pecan. Thank you very much.
Oh, double yuck. I don't like nuts. It's all right. It's not your fault.
But you eat peanut butter.
Not
it's
nut.
a legume. I know, whatever. I already know what's coming.
Or he has no taste. But yeah, this is probably very true. It's not the first time I've been told that. Probably won't be the last time either. No, I've never liked nuts. I've never been a real nut person. I think that's great if people that like nuts, but I'm like, no, I'll just stick with my peanut butter. We're good.
I mean, that's totally fair. I know one of my closest friends, like, she hates anything that has to do with that sort of thing. Cause like I'm a person who puts walnuts in their brownies, and she like went off on me. She's like, walnuts never belong in brownies. And she's a professional baker. So she's just like, walnuts never belong in brownies. You are never allowed to make brownies for me. And we had gone to culinary school together, and I'm like, oh my God. But
wow.
See, she went the bakery route, and I didn't go the bakery route. So
wow, Bees. Bees says, I only like nuts in specific situations. That's about as far as I read it. I'm like, wait, what? No.
What?
No. Sus much.
Walnuts and brownie knocking you monster. It's a texture thing. I like the texture of it.
It's a taste thing for me.
No, that's fair. That's I'm reading chat now.
It's fine. It's a good time. Wasn't a horrid comment, I promise. Sure, Bees. Sure.
Sure. Believe you. Totally believe you.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. That is the mantra. It's just that everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine until it's not fine. And then when it's not fine, then it really is not fine.
Then it's really not fine.
But until it's really not fine, it's fine.
Fine. So you and I will fight over pistachio ice cream. Got it. Pistachio ice cream is really good.
I don't know that we'll fight over it necessarily. You can have it, and I will go find me some vanilla ice cream. Or my favorite's Moose Tracks, actually.
Okay, that's fair. There is There's one. So I live by a bunch of different places that make their own ice cream, which is terrible for my waistline, but it's fine. But there's one place that makes a dark chocolate with a peanut butter swirl, and that will get me every time. I'm just like, oh no. Do I want pistachio? Do I want chocolate and peanut butter? Do I want both? I'm just gonna get everything, and then I just have 2 things of ice cream instead of just one because I can't make up my mind.
It's the Nuggies versus Tendies all over again, fair. That was Starry Dale last week. We were talking about Nuggies versus Tendies. Like, which one would you prefer? I'm like, I'm taking Tendies. They're bigger.
I was gonna say tenders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also
Starry's all about the Tendies. Sorry, not Tendies. The Nuggets, because she wants her chicken consistent.
So the way that chicken tenders are labeled, they're labeled tenders is because they're taken from the tenderloin part of the chicken. So it technically would still be consistent in a chicken tender. Just saying. That is the culinary brain coming out. Sorry. Like, so.
Yes, but she wants the nuggets that are extruded. It's just watched you die a little right there.
It's not dying. It's my brain not quite understanding. Because they take the chicken meat, they grind it all up, and then they stick it in this machine that squirts it out like toothpaste. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You are completely correct. And that's why my brain is. Why is that what you want? And I say this as somebody who literally just ate chicken nuggets right before this podcast. Like, because I don't have chicken tenders. If I had chicken tenders, I would have eaten that.
Pink slime.
Because, like, yeah, like is Rose says, Dino Nuggies are great. Like, yeah, for sure. But
sure.
If I have the choice given to me of tendies or nuggets, it's gonna be tendies.
See, that was my statement. I'm like, no, take the tendies.
Yeah.
All the time, every time.
Yeah. You want to talk peak ADHD. First degree was in culinary art, second degree was in journalism, third degree is in accounting, and this fourth degree I'm working on now is in medical technology. I am walking ADHD. Is what I am. So yeah, if you ever have food questions, I probably know too much about it. Because I still love food. I just never want to work in that industry again.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. You do the stupid stuff when you're younger so that you learn that when you're older, you definitely don't want to do that anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Classic experimentation, right? That's the sort of thing that you get into and do.
Yep.
Tangy Bats would like to know, what is something you wish people would ask you more?
Oh, I don't know. That is a great question. I think.
Peebs, if you look up at the top, right, there is a button that says preview. And if you click on that preview button, it'll show you what the picture is.
I'm trying to think, what do I want people to ask me more about? That is a great question. I have no idea. People are pretty open with asking me questions and also telling me things.
I think getting told things is a byproduct of being a successful streamer.
I think it's just a byproduct of being me. It's been going on my whole life. I have, and this comes with the quote unquote chill vibes, is that like the fact that nothing really phases me or anything like that. Like, people are very comfortable in telling me very personal things about themselves. And I don't always know how to take it, because I'm like, on the one hand, I'm very happy that you trust me with this, and I'm very honored that you trust me with this. On the other hand, what the
Why
fuck
did you
am I
tell
supposed
me?
to do with this? What am I gonna do with this information?
Bye, peeps.
Like
Have a good one.
Bye, peeps.
It's fair. I think it's I always so I have not been, ever since taking up streaming, I haven't had more people volunteer to tell me things.
Okay.
Than I have in the last couple of years as being a streamer, because they're really quick, like, oh, did you know? I'm like, okay, I don't know. Why would I ever know that? That's never even come up in casual conversations for me as being an active part of my life, is why I would even care to know that piece of knowledge that you said just decided to drop in on the stream. Like,
yeah. It's there's been times where like people will message me and be like, I just got my STD results and I had this, and this, and I'm like, who are you? Why are you telling me this? Like, I've literally had this moment where I'm like, do I know you? Why are you telling me this? And it turns out that they're like an audience member from Rocky that I maybe have talked to like once 20 years ago. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Why?
Get it.
I'm sorry for you.
Go to a doctor? I am not a doctor. Don't know
get
what
yourself
to tell
checked
you.
out.
What do you do with this information? What do you want me to do with this?
Yeah. I generally respond to with a canned "I'm sorry."
Basically, where I'm just like, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. Question mark. Like, and again, I think it's very interesting that people are very comfortable in telling me things like that, and
hi, cousin.
Just feel very like they trust me,
right?
But at the same time, time and place too, because like sometimes people will put very personal things into the stream, and I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that either. Like,
yeah, please don't put personal information in the stream, please and thank you. That's
please, yeah. Like, I've definitely had like to tell people in the past, like, this conversation can be triggering to other people that are in the chat. Can we please tone it down?
Right.
Because it's just like, you don't know. And also, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything along that line. You should probably talk to somebody who is licensed in whatever you are needing right now. Like, I'm not that person.
I've been watching Jerry Bees doing some vampire therapy sessions. I'm sure we can send them over to see Jerry Bees.
I mean, I trust vampire therapists more than I trust me. So although when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for my degree this time, a lot of people were like, you should go into working with people, doing like social work or something like that. And I'm like, no. God, no. I would be exhausted all the time. Just no.
Sorry, says hello.
Hello. How are you, Starry? I adore you as well.
Right.
I am not providing therapy to the vampires. that is good to know. Yeah.
No, thank you for quantifying that for us.
Yeah.
That's avoid confusion.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. Yeah, people be wild sometimes, and I don't always know how to handle it. I try my best to be as cordial as possible.
Right. But at the end of the day, that's about the best you can do. Sometimes you just you try to be cordial, and then hope like hell they take the hint and go somewhere else. That sounds wrong, but at the same time, I'm not. You're not. I'm not. I don't think either one of us have prescribed to being a licensed therapist.
Mm-hmm. Just you need to talk to somebody who is a professional in that realm. I am not a professional in any realm, so probably not me. The closest thing I can say I'm a professional to is the things I have, degrees in, and I even then would be like, no, there's probably somebody more adultier than me in all of these things.
I would say you're a professional streamer. Absolutely.
I guess. I don't know. I never thought about it. Hilariously, like, despite the fact that, I have a coffee talk stream literally every day, I've been doing Twitch for 10 months now. You would think I would think I'm a professional at this. I don't think of myself. I still think of myself as an amateur. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just happy to be included.
None of us know what we're doing. What are you talking about?
You have far more idea of what you are doing than I do. Like half the time my Firebot doesn't work and I'm just like, why? I don't know. I'll figure it out some other time. I don't know what's happening, which why my blush counter is -1 all the time.
Half the time my Firebot doesn't work, which is why I threw it out. I'm currently writing a replacement for it because it doesn't work.
I mean, you get what you pay for, and it is free 99, which is the best price. So,
Okay, so you can't really say that because I'm writing software to replace Firebot, and it's free 99 as well.
But you're paying yourself in your time, though, right? Like,
no, I don't make any money on it.
Well, I'm meaning like for you in the future, you're paying your future self in time that you would otherwise be wasting.
That's the hope.
Trying to fix Firebot.
That is definitely the hope, is to not have to deal with Firebot being broken. I hate the fact that when you load Firebot up, it just doesn't want to load.
Yeah,
that is the annoying thing.
That's been a new thing that started happening to me last week, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
would really just like it if you just did the thing. That would be really helpful.
Load up and do your job, and so I can move on with life.
You have one job,
right? I spend my time trying to troubleshoot. And, well, like, we're not running into it right now during Talk Tuesdays, but during my normal streams, when you raid in, there's a shout out that gets played. And then usually people will say things and whatnot. So there's a whole queue that gets backlogged of people talking and different events going off, that all that gets paused while the raid shout out goes off. And then once that's done, it's supposed to lead right into, typically what happens is the streamer, whoever raids in, says hi, and they get a second shout out, which I'm like, I would like for you to only get one, but I'm okay with you getting two because of the way Firebot works to detect when somebody comes in and arrives for the first time. So whatever.
Right.
I don't mind that. But the problem is they used to not overlap. Now they overlap because they're no longer adhering to the queuing system anymore. Like, it decided, like, yeah, I'm just going to ignore the queue now. Like,
that's fun.
That's
a fun little development.
And so now I have people during my like Fridays and Saturday streams and whatnot. They show up. I get a bunch of people that show up, and literally it plays. It's just noise in my ear because it ignores all of the queue systems and just stacks everybody's shout out one on top of the other.
Oh,
it's like, oh,
yeah, that would be a lot. Be a lot in your ears.
It's just noise.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I have to apologize for all the noise. Hang on, we'll get through this momentarily because they're only allowed to play for 30 seconds anyways, and it cuts everything off.
Right. But still, not ideal.
No, not in the least bit. It sucks.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But another fellow Firebot user. Ha ha ha. I told you people I'm not the only one that uses it.
Nope, I use Firebot. I was using Frosty Tools for a while. I still have some Frosty Tool commands, but yeah, no, I started using Firebot a couple months ago, and I thought it was going to it has helped in some ways and has hindered in a lot more. So
Yes.
I'll probably switch again. We'll see. We'll see when I have time to do that. But for now, it's just this is fine.
For now, it works. It's getting the job done, and it'll do fine for the time being. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's working for the time being, and I'm going to replace it. But now is not on that list of time to replace it at this point.
Yeah,
that's all right. It's on the agenda.
Yeah, I will do that eventually. It is not high on my priorities.
Right. Yeah, I got probably, I think, at least another month. Yeah, at least another month, and then Firebot will be out. I will be replacing Firebot very shortly.
Yours is going to be way quicker than mine because I have no idea what I haven't even started the research of what I'm going to do because I would have to rebuild everything. And
Zoda, I actually already know the answer to that question. You're not going to like it, though.
I know the answer. And then we'll just fight about it again, and it's fine.
Let's go ahead and get this one out the way. Go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead. We'll
my favorite ice cream flavor is pistachio ice cream.
Yuck.
And then with a very close second of butter pecan, and then
yuck.
There you go. So
of course, so I was going to say the same thing. He's a mint chocolate chip person.
I'm not crying, by the way. I apologize. My allergies.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's always fun when my eyes start doing this when I'm in the middle of a stream and something had just happened that.
Oh, and then people think you're
very upset. I'm like, no, I promise it's just my allergies. I promise. It has been crazy with the allergies this year, though.
Oh, it has been. It has been absolutely insane with the allergies this year.
It really has.
I have lots of well wishes for people suffering from grass and seasonal allergies this year because it's been rough.
It has been so rough. I don't even know why. I know why it's bad. I keep track of the mold count and stuff like that.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm just but why though? My eyes, they hurt.
My eyes, my poor beautiful eyes.
My leg. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's. So I would like to know: have you ever mistaken wasabi paste for pistachio ice cream?
No, I have not done that one. I have not done that one. Thankfully, don't get me wrong. I am somebody who loves wasabi, but that would suck. That would be the worst kind of wake up.
Oh, I just feel like your entire head would just kind of pour out your nose or something.
It would be real quick. Just the sinus drainage, your eyes watering, and maybe your ears even just feeling the drainage going down the back, immediate. Uncomfortable.
Spumoni, pistachio, cherry, and chocolate best.
Oh, yeah. So Spumoni is one that I used to eat a lot as a kid, and then it turned out that I just like pistachio, and I just would eat the pistachio. However, there is a place up here, and I don't know if it's outside of Chicago, but it's called Rainbow Cone, and it's legit just stacks of ice cream on top of each other, and it's kind of it has the Spumoni in there, but it also has orange ice cream and what are the flavors? See, now it's gonna bother me. Hang on one second.
You're fine.
Rainbow Cone flavors. Okay, it goes orange sherbet, pistachio, Palmer House, which is like a chocolate, strawberry, and then an actual chocolate. And then they slice it onto the cone and it looks like a rainbow. It is it is so good, and they just opened one right by my house, which is terrible. But 'cause it's in walking distance. Yeah, it's just in Chicago. It's
Ooh.
apparently a Chicago thing. But yeah, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see what a rainbow cone is. The Cosmic Birthday one is okay. I thought it was too sweet. Chocolate Obsession was really good. I did not like the Orange Dream. It was too orangey for me, which is a really silly thing to say about an orange thing, but it was too orangey. Minty City, delightful.
I don't
Oh,
I don't think
there's one in Florida. There's one in Key West, Florida.
Okay.
And that's it. Everything else is in Chicago.
Interesting. You would be just down the road from another streamer friend of ours. Who also lives in Chicago?
Who does?
His name is Love and Fury. He was our second Talk Tuesday guest.
Oh, nice. No, I don't know them.
Fantastic.
There's apparently a lot more streamers in Chicago than I realized, though.
Yeah.
The one Chicagoan who moved to Key West. Exactly. They missed Rainbow Cone, and it's very easy. It's very easy to miss Rainbow Cone. It's really funny. When people come to Chicago, they automatically think that you should get deep dish pizza. And I'm like, no, Chicago pizza is tavern pizza. Get tavern pizza when you come to Chicago. Don't get deep dish. Deep dish is great. Don't get me wrong. It has its place. But
right.
Chicago pizza is tavern pizza. Get tavern pizza.
Get tavern pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So tavern. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope. You got it.
Oh, I was just going to explain what tavern pizza is. It's a thin crust.
I'm here for it.
Okay, it's thin crust, square cut pizza, and it's the very standard Chicago is sausage, mushroom, onion, and green pepper. I always get no green pepper because I don't like the texture of green peppers. But it's sausage, mushroom, onion, and then your standard amount of cheese and everything. But it's always thin crust with a square cut. That is a tavern pizza.
Nice.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend. The standard Chicago. And now I want
have to. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. We talk
on myself
into food.
Yes.
Like that's not the first time that's ever happened around here.
No,
you ever notice that in your streams, you always end up in a food conversation in your streams? Do you run into that problem?
Yes, all the time. As well, like yesterday playing Dave the Diver, all I wanted was sushi. Like I'm just like, man, really want sushi now. Or we'll start talking about like a Hot Ones episode, and then now I'm like, oh god damn, now I want hot wings. Like,
damn it all.
Yeah. Food's a very regular conversation in my streams.
I swear I think it's just a regular conversation in everybody's streams. Every time I turn around, it's like, ooh, you know what sounds good right now? Why are you bringing up food? Don't talk to me about food right
now. I can't eat right now. I'm streaming.
You son of a...
It's like, fine, I'll put it in Grubhub for later. Like...
Jerry Bees would like to know, do you consider there to be a difference between chicken tendies and chicken strips?
There is a difference between chicken tendies and chicken strips. So tendies very specifically does refer to the tenderloin, whereas chicken strips can technically be more part of the breast. And so that usually is what they make it out of. But chicken strips do not go specifically to a part of the chicken. It's just usually the breast because it's a long piece. But yeah, that's the difference if you want the actual reason that they are different things. I've learned way too much about how to butcher a chicken. I also used to live on a farm and had to kill my own chicken. So
I'm sorry. You said the word breast, and my brain checked out after that.
Fair enough.
Like, oh. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's a little.
No, you're fine. You're 1000% fine. Bees, I'm glad that I have validated you, because yes, it is a legitimate thing. It is. Chicken strips are not the same as chicken tenders. They're two very different things.
Right.
I will, because I've had conversations about this, like very long conversations about this, and I'm like, I've had to butcher chickens. I know how to do this. Again, the weird life that I have lived.
Okay. I grew up as a military brat. My father was career Navy. I have lived up and down the East Coast. I fully get the weird life.
Yeah. The moving around a lot.
We used to eat dog in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. That was tasty.
Wasn't something I'd go out of my way for, but I've done it. It's yeah.
Okay, it may be mean of me, but I typically tend to like, what's for dinner? And my friends would invite me over for dinner. Like, what's for dinner? I'm like, yeah, Fido. Don't touch my dog. Yeah, go ahead, poach, bite me. I bite back. I promise.
It's
get the salt shaker out. Hold still.
My grandmother, the way that she trained her dog was to bite it back. That was how she did it. She bit the dog back. I was like, okay, I guess if it works.
It does. Totally have done it myself.
There you go.
That's the thing. It's always fun. The look on their face when you bite them back too is always comical. Because they're like, what the hell did you just do to me? I'm like, see, don't like it, do you?
It sucks, don't it?
You just get so confused. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Look, everything is fine. We've lived we've done normal things like normal people.
I am perfectly normal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what is the thing that people are usually like surprised that I've eaten? Because living in Australia, I've eaten kangaroo. Living in Indonesia, name it, I probably ate it. Living in the Netherlands, like, I feel like that.
Have you done monkey brains yet?
I haven't done monkey brains. No, that was one of the things I wanted to try when I was in China, though.
Yeah, chilled monkey brains, pretty good stuff.
I was told that they're actually pretty good if you don't think too much about it, and I'm like,
you really
I don't know if I'd be able to handle the texture. I think it'll be a texture thing for me more than a taste thing.
It's like ice cream.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
It's just like ice cream. It's like eating a meaty ice cream. It's not bad. Texture-wise, it's it's kind of like just eating ice cream.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's not what I would think of what it would be texture-wise, but because like in my head it'd be like kind of gelatinous, and like I'm not a big like Jell-O person or anything like that. So that's how it is in my head.
I would imagine if you ate it raw, but you don't eat it raw. You eat it
right.
Frozen.
No, you don't eat it raw.
And then at that point it's literally like eating ice cream. It's not bad.
Interesting.
We just put everybody off their dinner plans for tonight. That's like
Sorry.
I'm just going for some ice cream. I don't want ice cream now. All I can see is yeah. Go ahead, go get that strawberry, that pink ice cream.
Yummy. So, So I'm not a huge cake person. And so this year for my birthday, so many people sent me pints of ice cream. I had like 6 pints of ice cream in my freezer.
Oof.
And like, but somebody did send me like a strawberry ice cream, and now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, do I still have that? I kind of want strawberry ice cream. Like, do I have that still? Did I eat it? I don't remember.
Did I finish that? What's in my...
What's in my freezer? I have the most I have is the pistachio ice cream because everyone knows it's my favorite.
Right. Well, there you go.
You would be fine though, because somebody did send me Moose Tracks. I would still have one for you.
I like Moose. I like Moose Tracks because Moose Tracks is a lovely... I'm not a big sweets person. So when I eat sweets, it's rare and it's like a little bit. So for me, the Moose Track ice cream is a good fit because I don't like milk chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't. Don't feed me that. It's a wannabe chocolate. I want my chocolate bitter, which I like a fudge. So I really enjoy fudge, and so the Moose Track's got that nice ribbon of fudge that runs through there. And then it's got, peanut butter cups in there. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Chocolate and peanut butter. Thank you. I don't care if it is milk chocolate with the peanut butter because you don't really taste that chocolate. It's just the peanut butter. Yep.
The fact that Reese's started making dark chocolate Reese's has really been a problem. Because I'm just like, oh no. I was able to fight you off because I don't like milk chocolate, but now you're making dark chocolate Reese's. Oh no.
Yes. Oh no, that's deadly. That is.
Oh no.
No.
Because I'm the same way. I prefer dark chocolate and I want it to be like super dark chocolate. Like I said, I'm not a cake person. But like super dark chocolate with peanut butter is like is one of my favorite things. Like if I'm gonna go get dessert, it's gonna be like that dark chocolate ice cream with a peanut butter ribbon type thing. Like,
yeah,
I want that type of thing. I want it almost to be savory at that point with the bitterness.
Right. Yeah. My mother growing up was a big dessert fanatic, and so she was always making pies and cookies, and like we always had 4 or 5 bags of milk chocolate chips in the freezer, and there was always some kind of confectionery dessert in the fridge. So as a kid, we could eat our fill of it, and unfortunately, I ate my fill of it, and I'm just like, no. I'll pass on the really sweet stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not I don't like really sweet things. I prefer to have like, if it's going to be sweet, it has to also be like salty or bitter. It can't just be sweet, right? Mm-hmm. It needs to have something with it.
More.
Yeah, it needs to be more of something. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that entirely.
And people want to give me a hard time.
What?
I'm just teasing. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. What have I done?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Remember the mantra. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine until it's not fine. But everything is fine. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nori.
What? I didn't do it. Yeah. Maybe I did. It's fine. It's fine.
We continue to be fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is broken. Everything is great.
Right. Exactly.
That's all that matters.
I think we can get by with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that works. It's hella good, right? Exactly.
People still say hella good.
Yeah, people do. People absolutely still say hella good.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'm gonna just say that you are that people. You are that people who still says that. But
I would not be the only one. That would be a swift squirrel who said hello good. So
Okay, so 2.
Mm-hmm. I'm not alone. That's all that matters.
Two does make a people, so there you go.
That's right. Give it some onion. Yes, we talk about the onions all the time. We do golf with your friends around here, and it's a very popular saying. When you don't hit it hard enough, you're like, you need to give it more onion, more onion. And
I am
honestly,
so afraid
I think
to play golf with your friends.
Why?
Because I like my friends.
Oh, we like our friends too. You can totally stay friends with your friends and you play golf with your friends.
Is it going to be like a situation where where it becomes human fall flat and I'm like, and I'm done, and then I walk away?
Not that I'm aware of. Like we get together, we play golf with your friends. We turn on like collision mode. We turn off the ability to jump, and then we sit around and we make really bad after dark jokes about putting balls in holes, and we smack them all around.
I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah, Bates. Bates.
It's a Bates. Hello, Bates.
It is. Yeah, if it gets bad, we change courses. We play community courses, and some of them are just really bad, and we'll drop out of the course and go play something else. We terrorize each other. Absolutely. We'll smack each other's balls around. But you can only do that so many times before you run out of strokes. So
just trying very hard to stay on target here, not deviate from what you are saying currently. Just saying, I'm being very good right now. Like,
it's okay. It's okay. You can deviate. We won't mind. We give Tom Locke a hard time because it's 3 strokes and he's done.
Look. You want the shorter strokes, all right.
Save it for Den after hours, right? It's one of those things we do. We sit around and we give each other hard times, and I think if you go in and you play it with your friends and you have fun and you make jokes and you laugh an awful lot about it, while it can get a little frustrating, it's not nearly as painful as it would be if you go in there with your friends and you're having fun. Like, that's the trick. Any game that you're playing with your friends, even like Human Fall Flat, as long as you're having fun at it, it's fine. I find, for me, when I play games, I tend to take them a lot more personal when I'm playing them solo.
Yes, I agree.
If I'm playing with somebody else, I screw around. Like, I don't care. I will spend my entire time trolling somebody just because that's fun.
Yes.
It
really depends on the game.
You wanted to actually try to succeed in this game? Not with me around.
So you remind me of we play my D&D group have become more of a video game group, especially with the pandemic. Right. So we started playing Power Wash Simulator together. And my one friend is an agent of chaos because he'll just say, "Oh, it's clean," without it actually being done, and then just walk away. And the entire time is me following him, just trying to keep the freaking place clean. Because I'm just like, I want to actually finish. And he's like, "No, it's fine. It's clean. Look, it's clean. It looks fine." I'm like, "It's not fine. Clean.
It's good."
Yeah, he does it specifically because he knows it drives me insane. And anytime we play Barotrauma, he's the one who always gets picked to be the traitor every time, and we always know it's him. And he's like, "But what if it's not me?" It's like, it's always you. We always know that it's you.
It's always you. You can't get away with that.
Exactly.
You'll never escape. One of us. One of us.
There's so one of his like famous stories is that it's he burnt down, sorry. So he says that it was uh uh his first name Peoples who burnt down the cornfield by his house. And definitely not him. And we're like, right. Right. It was
Sure.
Justin Peoples who burnt down the place, not Justin. Justin didn't do it. It was Justin Peoples. Yeah. That was the first name I could think of. I couldn't think of any other name.
Oh, you're fine.
But yeah, but he always says that it's Justin Peoples. I didn't do it. It's Justin Peoples who
Right. It's somebody. It's always somebody else. It's fine. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't touch it. You can't prove a thing.
Exactly. It was Justin Peoples, who's definitely a real person.
Absolutely. Please ignore the trunk that's filled with lighter fluid and matches and like that. You're not seeing any of that. It's not real.
You can ignore the smoke smell that is currently coming off of me. Like that just happens to be because I'm by the cornfield already. Like I think it's just stuck in your nose.
Exactly. It's precisely how that works.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he's a very professional troll, and he's very good at what he does. Because he's the kind of troll that you don't realize is trolling you until
it's too late.
A couple seconds too late, and you're just like, "Fuck." God damn it.
I fell for it. Damn it.
I did it again.
I didn't learn my lesson. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Sounds like I could get along with this gentleman. We would be two peas in a pod.
You absolutely would. You guys would have so much fun torturing the rest of us. And we would just be like, "Fuck, what have we done? What have we done? We brought two of them together."
We've made a monster. No.
No, fuck. We'll never get anything done.
You say that. So little Luna Rabbit was trying to unwind. I'm going to say this. Trying to unwind after she was having a hard time streaming, I think, or whatever. It was very exciting moment in her stream. So she pulled up a puzzle game to play a puzzle and unwind. And she's like, "Here you go. Here's the link. Everybody who's in chat that wants to come do a puzzle, come join us and do a puzzle." I'm like, "You don't want me to do that." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. Just, you can come join us. It'll be fine." I'm like, you really don't want me to do that?" Yeah, we do. I'm like, "Okay." I popped in on their puzzle and I started making these little tiny piles of varying different colors and everything all over the map. I would just start grabbing the pieces and just piling them right on top of each other. They're like, "This won't take us but like an hour to get done." 4 hours later, they were still working on that puzzle trying to... The doom piles.
Oh no.
The yelling and cursing that I got after that was fantastic.
I mean, like, yep, probably worth it.
I would totally probably do that again.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Yep. Speak of the devil, there's Bunny. Yes, the flesh piles I did over on I did same thing to Rose. I'm like, this is easy to troll somebody. Watch this. And doom pile. And I've got a laptop, one of these yoga laptops, so it opens up into a tablet with a screen, and I got a pen. And so it makes it real quick to just like suddenly start just grabbing the pieces and just moving them all over the place, because I don't need a mouse for that and try to grab them. Just slide.
And make it so much fun for everybody else.
Yes. It's a good time. It's a solid good time. 10 out of 10 would absolutely recommend.
I mean, I would probably do something like that. If I wasn't... just knowing me, like, I would be doing it and not even realize I'm doing it. I would just be like, do. I'm just going to move this over here, move this over here.
Right.
And just
So what is your most memorable trolling moment that you did? Who did you do it to? What game were you playing? Or what were you doing? What was the activity? Take us through this.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And bonus points if they didn't even know it was you trolling them and they blamed somebody else. Oh, yeah. Those are always my favorite.
It had to have been... It was one of and it's only I don't play Minecraft very often. It's not a game for me.
Mm-hmm.
But my friend had convinced me to play Minecraft with her, and I basically spent the entire time just going down. I just dug a hole straight down because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I don't know how to play games like Minecraft. It's just not a game for me. I need more structure.
Fair.
And the entire time I was digging down, I also happened to be digging slightly to like the front. And so she was building a house, and I might have just made a tunnel to go straight into her house. And then I might have figured out how to flood her house. And she never really figured out how that happened. She just kind of assumed that she dug her place too deep, and like somehow that the water got in. I never actually told her that I did that to her. So I don't know if it actually resolved itself. I was like, this is fine. This is probably fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I definitely didn't just fill this house that you had spent a long time building with water. I definitely didn't do that. I almost felt a little bad about it, but at the same time, I was like, I don't play games like this.
I'm sorry, you brought this on yourself. You invited me to come play, and I have no structure, no idea what I'm doing or anything else. Yes.
Exactly. I don't. You don't give me anything to do specifically. You're just like, yeah, go have fun. I'm like, what is fun? I don't know. So if you, this is fun for me. Probably not fun for you though.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a good time for me. She never, I don't think she ever figured out how her house got flooded.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's generally a good time for whoever's doing the trolling.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, you definitely just dug too deep. That was your fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't also slowly replacing the floors as I was digging underneath your house and just putting that there. It's fine. Everything is fine. You didn't notice.
Right? That's their own fault. They didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So I dug down and I dug over, and I basically dug like underneath their house, and then basically just dropped their house down without. I don't know how they didn't notice me dropping their house down, but I dropped their house down, or the floors at least down, and then I just let the water come in. Because I'm a very friendly person who does very friendly things. Like, make sure my friends are very hydrated.
Look, I washed your floors.
Exactly. They're very clean now, and you're super hydrated. So, I was really helping you right now.
Exactly. I don't see anything wrong with this.
I am a helpful person. This is all I try to do, is to help people.
Wow.
And then I was never invited back to Minecraft again. Which also worked out.
That's not a bad trap. It reminds me of the first time. So the first time I played a game with Swift Squirrel was Valheim.
Okay.
It was the first time ever playing Valheim that season, and we were playing with a number of people. One of these people showed us how to do fireworks in Valheim. You throw the Certling core on the fireplace, and it shoots up this little fireworks display. It's more like a flare than it is fireworks, but whatever. And I remember when they showed me this, I was sitting there looking at this. I'm like, you should never have given me this information. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it right now. But this just went in my back pocket because this will be coming back out again in the very near future. And somebody is going to have some serious regrets that you ever showed me this. You have no idea what you have unleashed.
Unleash hell.
It was a thing. So I say that's because Squirrel was the victim.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I dug out underneath her house. So she had made a nest, and I dug her out a basement. And then I went and stood in this faux basement that I had made, and I put it right underneath her fireplace so I could hit the fireplace from underneath of it. And so I spent a bunch of time and collected a ton of Surtling cores. And in the middle of another friend of ours' stream, they were streaming on the same Valheim server that we were all playing on. I started sending up the fireworks, and it was night. And he's like, "Ooh, pretty. Look at the lights." Followed the lights, and all they know is the fireworks is just shooting up through the floors, through her house, exploding over her house, and Squirrel sitting in that chat, losing her mind, trying to figure out what the hell is going on with her house.
Nothing. Everything is fine. This is totally normal.
Took me. It took me 3 weeks to set that prank up.
Worth it.
Oh, absolutely worth it. Totally worth it. One of the other guys on the server was appalled over the fact that she didn't notice that I had dug this thing out and stuck it in her house.
Worth it. It's under my house. See, I never got super far in Valheim, even though with Valheim there is like more structure than like a Minecraft server. I didn't get super far with it, and I don't know why. I don't have a reason. Like games like that, like 7 Days to Die, I played a lot of 7 Days to Die. That could go up there too. Like we played like I haven't played it too much since it was released into like a full game, and I probably should, but we spent a lot of time building in 7 Days to Die. And my friend decided to do an underground base, but didn't build any structures around it. So like It was just a hole essentially. But it had all of his stuff in there. And so I was like, so what happens if someone fills the hole? And he was like, what? I was like, well, you don't have anything like marking your territory or anything. Like, what if somebody just,
fills
the hole? He's like, nobody will do that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, wrong words to say to me, pal.
And it's like, who's hosting the server, right? It's this guy. So, I could just be on here whenever I want to. Yeah. Yeah, that hole got filled up real fast. And I have no regrets. He did. I didn't. Just like, what did you think was going to happen?
Seriously, Greenie, there are a few words that you don't say to a dedicated prankster.
It's true.
One is, that'll never happen. Because the minute you say that is now a goal. Like you didn't even realize that was the goal before. But now that you've said that is now officially the next goal. That is what is going to consume my next weeks.
This is my now. This is my being now. This is all that I am.
This is
to make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that is now going to officially be a thing. So you don't ever tell us that that'll never happen. You never say things like, you can't do X, Y, or Z. Like, don't tell me I can't do something.
Yeah, no, that's the wrong thing to ever say to me. Like, I had a doctor tell me one time that I was never going to do a thing again, and I was like, fuck you.
Motivation, as Squirrel puts down here, motivation provided. Yes, you were exactly right.
Exactly. Tell me I can't do it. Fuck you. I'm going to do it now. Moving at the torch from a mine shaft in Minecraft. Oh, yeah. I don't think that I did that, but I do know of somebody who has.
Oh, totally a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we run a modded Minecraft server. Mostly because most of us who play Minecraft over in our Discord, vanilla is just boring. We like modded.
Yeah.
You can do more things and we can have a little bit more fun. So we run a modded Minecraft server, and last season there was a war that was in the process of brewing between a couple of us. And one of the attacks that was done is they took a shrinking device, shrank a warden down to half block size, and then stuck him underneath the enchanting table of another friend of ours' base. And so when he logged back in, he was standing right next to the enchanting table, and he was instantly killed.
Oh.
the warden sonic blasted him.
Well,
he named the warden. So to understand, he named the warden. So the joke was that we had a factory, me and my friend Kino. We had a factory, and so Kino was always like, don't worry about it. I'll send my people to have a talk with you. We'll convince you of the errors of your way. Well, I'll just send my people to have you talk to him. And so he got the warden, shrunk the warden, name tagged the warden, and the warden was called Kino's people.
I love it. It's amazing.
So he died over and over again. All you see is DM Cerberus official. Sonic was blasted into oblivion by Kino's people. Just
I love it. See, that's the perfect kind of trolling.
Like, this is the stuff that we get into. It's fine. It's a good time.
That's the thing. Is that like, it's trolling in good fun. It's not trolling in the, oh my God, I'm never going to speak to you again.
Yeah. So mind you, these are all the same people that we play golf with your friends with, which is why I go back to, if you take your friends in there and you're going in for a good time, it's just a good time.
Okay.
It's never a bad experience. I think if you go into Human Fall Flat and your goal is just to troll everybody in there and you're laughing silly about it, it's just a good time.
That is fair. Yeah, no, so my problem with Human Fall Flat is swangy physics. I hate swangy physics. It doesn't make sense to my brain. I can't get it to work. And so like, it just frustrates the hell out of me, and I can't get the puzzles done because there's swangy physics happening, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this.
I've never played the game, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come to the defense of a game with physics I don't understand, especially since I walked away from Astroneer. Squirrel loves the game. I can't stand it. The controls are the most obtuse way to control a character, and no.
I haven't played Astroneer, and it's literally for that reason, because somebody told me I will hate the controls. I'm like, all right, good to know. Good to know. I will hate the controls.
I hate them with a passion. I can play with mouse and keyboard, or I can play with controller. Either one works just fine. I grabbed the Astroneer game and I'm like, okay, we'll do mouse and keyboard with this. I'm like, wait, what key does what? Because doesn't make sense. And so I even went through the trouble to remap the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't help. I'm like, all right, let me grab a controller. Maybe it'll work better on a controller. even worse on the controller. I'm just like, there's just no helping this.
No.
It's just the controls are like that shit backwards. Like, I swear they made it for a left-handed person.
Oh, they might have. But yeah, no. When it's bad controls, I'm just like, no.
Squirrel's like, I like the game. Squirrel, I promise I will sit down and let you take me through the game, and we'll see if I can get a better experience playing with you, and you can explain things to me. But
yeah.
Until then,
that actually was something I was struggling with yesterday.
I can't stand a game that just doesn't. Like, I'm okay doing tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind mouse heavy game. That's not my issue with it being mouse heavy. Like, that doesn't phase me. I don't mind the mouse heavy game. But you've got to drive with one hand, move the mouse, which controls your camera, and everything else with the other hand.
Mm-hmm. That's funky.
How's that funky? Yeah, that's like any MMO game or whatnot. That's the it's the WASD setup, right? So that's not really that
right.
bad.
That's I'm like trying to picture it in my head because I'm not doing a good job of it. But okay, no, I see what you're saying.
Right, but for me, like the tool swap, right? The tool swap, I'm expecting that to be like on the R or the Q key. And no, that's not where it's at.
No.
No.
Is it mouse wheel? Because mouse wheel makes sense.
Nope. That would have made sense too. No. It's just weird.
Okay. That made sense. Okay.
There isn't. No, so you get to change the mode on the tool from suck to push, to spit out or whatever. It's yeah.
Okay, that's just
the controller thing.
Okay, I was thinking, for whatever reason, I was not thinking base WASD. I don't know why. I'm sleepy. I don't know if I've ever talked about how I wake up in the morning at like 2:30 in the morning. So we're getting close to my brain just shutting off for the night.
Well, that's, if it makes you feel any better, you got about 15 minutes. So we're going to be wrapping up here anyways. So.
Oh, okay. No, my brain shuts off around 8 o'clock. So I usually know when it's getting close to 8 because my brain just starts going, near.
It is powering down for the evening.
Yes, and then I watch, YouTube until like 10:30 when I eventually fall asleep.
Fair.
So
fair.
And then I'm up.
We were talking about Astroneer Flux. Yeah, Squirrel's got a much better track on it. I've got 20 plus years of gaming in my back, and so I'm like, the Alt key is not used for anything because far too many times you can hit Alt and another key, and Windows does really kind of squirrely things.
Yes. Alt F4 is a thing.
It really is. So to go to Alt for anything is like, no, that my hands won't make those positions.
No, it's like when I tried to go to iOS, because I had to do like a MacBook, and like their function key is where the Alt key is, and I always struggled with that.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
But
it's fine.
All right. So we do have a couple of last questions to get you through, and then it's a raid choice to go pick out.
Okay.
So your first one is, we are towards the end of 2024 because we're past the halfway point. So we're going to talk about from here to the end of 2024 and the front half of 2025. Is there any like special project, any big thing that you got coming up that you're excited about that you want to, share with other people? Like, hey, you don't want to miss out on this event extravaganza or whatever it happens to be. Whether that's a charity event or, you're doing a streamathon celebration, streamiversary, whatever, any kind of big plans.
My affiliate anniversary will be in December 20th. I don't know if I'm going to do anything for it. I didn't do it. So like for my birthday, I didn't do anything. I just had like some friends come on like the channel. I don't even talk about it. Like, my birthday isn't a thing that I really celebrate, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't really intend on celebrating my affiliate anniversary, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I should. That's probably
Right.
it. The biggest thing that I'm like excited for these days and what's going to be continuing on is my coffee chat on TikTok, because that has just been it's been really fun. We play retro games that I've never played before, which is like literally every game, because I didn't have access to a video game console until I was till it was like end of PS1 era. So like I never played like your
Oof.
base Mario games and stuff like that. So like I
Wow.
blow people's minds by being like, I'm playing Mario 64 for the first time. And I'm playing the original Paper Mario game. And what's more fun about that than me actually playing these games is that I get to hear people's stories about how they played this game and like
Mm-hmm.
how they grew up playing these games and that sort of thing. So that's why that stream really excites me, is because like
Yeah, you get
I love to hear
to
people's stories like that.
right. You get all the backstories to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
And I suck at the games, so like people want like they want to help me, which is great because I suck at retro games, and it's really funny how bad I suck at it. And you know it so that stream has been like, since I've developed it, since it's become more of a thing, like I've really enjoyed people coming into that one. I know it's on TikTok, it's not on Twitch, and people have feelings about TikTok, and I get it.
Hey, you know what?
Um,
TikTok, your TikTok link's right there below your picture. You know,
it is.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend, if you are awake for a coffee stream, come check it out. It's at 8 a.m. Eastern time. I stream for 2 hours, and it's only ever 2 hours because I have to go to school. Um, and it's really fun just to hear people's stories. We met some really really cool people. Mental and I team up when it comes to TikTok, so he streams after me. Him and I are completely opposite when it comes to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
He's much louder. He's much, he's much more off the wall than I am, and I am, your chilly chill person. So
Right.
it's really interesting to go between us in our streams, but we're partners in crime when it comes to that sort of thing, just because it is so opposite. Um, but yeah, that's the thing I'm excited for these days is just the development of how things are going with that.
Sounds exciting. I will definitely be going and checking it out now. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
come
it was a
visit.
thing. So you'll see me pop up over there then.
Yay! Yeah, come visit. It's a fun time. You can see, like, tomorrow I think I'm gonna play Mario 64, because I was having a lot of fun playing that, and then I went to Paper Mario, and I love Paper Mario because I get to actually like talk to people while I'm playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it comes to like playing Sonic or those, like it's harder to, because they're so fast paced. Um,
Right.
but yeah, it, it's just a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying doing that stream.
Well, that's the best part about it, though. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, then why are you even doing it? Right.
Exactly. And even though it's like it's 7 in the morning for me, I get up. I'm up anyway, so what does it matter? But it's it's just something to like wake up to, have your coffee, talk silly things, and then you go about your day, and it's great. So yeah, it's exciting to me.
Wow. There you go. That fulfills the requirements for the for the
I don't
question.
have like any big subathons or anything like that. Like I want to plan a charity event. It's just the big events I can't do because of school right now. I need to really just kind of focus on getting through med school.
That's
So
fair. That is absolutely fair. But it's a question, and that's fine.
No, it's fair. It's a good question too, because
Yeah.
I'm sure people really, if I knew better dates, because like I know some people who are having charity streams and stuff like that, I would plug for them. I just don't know their dates very well. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I wouldn't expect you to plug for somebody else unless you were taking part of it. That
Yeah.
what.
I know. I'm weird like that though, because I while I can talk about myself, I do also struggle talking about myself. It's weird. I'm a weird person. That's the awkwardness coming out. I'm sorry.
It's just fine. I promise. it's not I think it's interesting, right? Because it's, oh, here, people, you want to see what the picture is? That's what the picture is.
Yes. It's very silly. I like it. I like how silly it is.
It's just a very silly picture with a bunch of silly fruits and vegetables and a dog, and it's a silly picture.
It's a silly picture.
There, Rose, I put it away. It's been put away.
It's gone. It's fine. It's gone.
We don't talk about the banana soda.
No.
Don't talk about the banana. We'll put the bananas away.
The banana is gone. Goodbye, banana.
The Chiquita banana. It's fine. It's fine. Last question.
Okay.
Right? And this is usually the one that's always interesting to me. I find it fascinating. If you had to talk to a younger version of you, or a brand new streamer, whichever makes it easier for you to translate the question in your head to come up with a response, what would have been the one thing that you would say or would have told that would, like, if I had known that when I was just getting started streaming, life would have been so much easier? What piece of advice would you give to somebody who's like starting up, getting into it, or even like a younger version of yourself? Like, hey, dumbass me, don't do this. Don't, if you'd known this, life would have been good.
Don't be afraid to talk to other streamers. Like, no matter their size, no matter how many people are in the chat. Like, don't be rude and say like, oh, like try and, promote yourself or anything like that. Don't be rude or anything, but don't be afraid to like ask them how did they do that thing that it looked really cool on their stream. Like, most people are very willing to help, and some people will just be like, hey, can you message me on Discord or whatever, or on Twitter, and you could and don't take that personally, but it's like, yeah, let's do that. I would love to know how you did this thing that you did. And honestly, talking to people is what I had to learn how to do to network. And I'm not like, I had to learn how to network, and I had to learn how to do everything myself, and I could have made that easier by asking people in the community and talking to people in the community rather than being like, this is my own problem and I am going to deal with this on my own and struggle through it, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Communication is a huge important factor when you do online stream content generation. I mean, it's a social networking thing. And if you don't talk to other people, you're not being social.
Yep.
You're kind of defeating the purpose of what the concept of the thing is. It doesn't help you any.
Yeah, for sure. And that was something that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to ask people. I didn't know how to talk to people, so I didn't know how to ask for help. So I didn't know, that people really do want to help. And Holy was the first person who like reached out to me and been like, why didn't you just ask me? It's like, oh, because I didn't want to bother you. And then it's like, you're not bothering me. This is what I do. I help people, like, and that would be something that I think I would tell my younger self or any newer streamer is, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, I've sat with new streamers for like 8+ hours teaching them OBS and troubleshooting and that sort of thing. And I don't mind doing that. If I have the time to sit there and troubleshoot and do that stuff with you, I will absolutely do that with you. It's just a matter of, do I have the time to do it, right?
Right.
But I'm always happy to share information, and it's also, how you grow too, because you grow by knowing more people and you grow by talking to more people. And so that would be the thing that I would tell my younger self, or any new streamer, is just talk to people. It's okay. Most people want to talk.
Yeah. Turns out, imagine that, right?
Imagine that. Turns out most people want to talk.
Who'd have thought it? A streaming platform with being social.
I know.
Gads.
I never. Nope.
No, not at all. Are you kidding me? No.
That's just silly talk. Just silly talk right there.
It is absolutely the strangest things to hear, right? Some of the things that I can't believe it. No.
And that was the thing that it finally clicked when I met Mental, because Mental was the one who was like, you could just talk to me though too. And I'm like, oh, right. That's a thing I can do. I could just talk to you. Because the way, like, I had just asked him, I was like, Mental, how do you grow your audience? He's like, one day at a time and one person at a time. And I'm like, okay, but how do you do that? Yeah. And he's like, do you want me to help you? And I'm like, yes. He's like, why didn't you just ask? I'm like, I don't know. Turns out people just are very willing to help you. You just have to fucking talk to them first.
Right? But nobody's a mind reader. I mean,
Exactly.
You don't talk to somebody, then they won't know.
Yeah. That's what I tell people, all the time is like, if I do something to piss you off, if I do something that, you want to know more information about, if I do anything along that line, I'm not just going to offer up that information. You need to tell me. I'm not going to know. I am very dense in that sense. I'm also not a mind reader. So, I don't mind if I piss somebody off, just tell me. Just tell me I pissed you off. I'm not going to know I did it. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not. No. You just need to be able to have a conversation. I think it's very important.
Yes.
And, we've had an entirely 3-hour-long conversation tonight. And I think this is our first time of sitting down and actually just you and me going one-on-one at this. This has been a delightful experience.
Yeah, it's been great. Because normally it's like Nori and me and other people in the room. It's never been just you and I, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome.
It's great. A good time. Yeah. Oh, I think you held up your end of the show more than I did my end. It's fine.
Oh my God. No, you are amazing. This was super fun. This was super fun.
It's a good time. It was a good time. Well, we have reached the end. Do you have any idea where you want to send this colossal collection of amazing, fantastic people over to go say hi to?
I do. Our friend Rainbow Rin is currently streaming.
Oh, beautiful. Then we will go say hi to Rainbow Rin. I actually think I have her on my follow list. So that makes life easy.
I don't even have to ask you for easier.
Right. I'm like, because I think I got a notification that they had gone live. I'm like, oh, yes.
I haven't seen Rin live in a bit. So
Yeah, it's been a while. I was going to say, I haven't seen. Usually, though, they're doing, I think, Final Fantasy, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
Tonight they're doing an internet cafe.
Yes, internet cafe simulator. It looks like the second one.
Fascinating. Well, we're going to go find out all about it.
Exciting. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it has been an absolute pleasure and a delight. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was for today. And it has been everything that we could have ever asked for and hoped for all at the same time. Hi, Mr. Bonk. Welcome in.
Hi, Mr. Bonk.
Yes, a Rin raid. That's right. That's where we're going to go. We're going to go say hi to Rin. We're going to tell her all about Talk Tuesday. We're going to tell her all about Naki that she missed out on learning all about. Sorry, you lose. How do we know that you lost? Because you're streaming right now, because we're coming in to raid you. So you automatically lose on the Talk Tuesday day.
Evil laughter.
Right. Get in with the solid evil laugh. This was an absolute delight. Before you get away, though, before we let you slip away, right? We have a few last minute things that we are going to take care of. The starters is there is the standard Twitch shout out for Nick Knack Naki. If that little heart is not lit up, fellas, people, lovely chatters. Seriously? Do we have to even talk about how really fucked up that is? No, I'm just
Are you fucking serious right now?
Right? You should be following. Absolutely fantastic. And then we will do the classic, because we also like the video one, because we like to give them a little taste of. Oh,
I hope it's a good one. Oh, this is a good one. This is fucking Madison. Fuck that game.
All I hear is a telephone ringing in my ear.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Oh. I don't develop that picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw what was on the flash and I'm like, oh, don't develop the picture. Just stick it in your pocket, ignore it, just walk the other direction.
Just walk away. Just walk away. Honestly, you should have done that at the beginning of this whole thing. Just walk away.
Just walk. Yeah. You know, should have just exited stage left. It'd have been fine. It'd have been fine.
Exactly. It would have been so much better if we didn't have to deal with any of these things that we did.
Right? Exactly. Naki, it has been fantastic. Thank you for a wonderful evening. It has been an enjoyment. It has been a treat. It has been an absolute pleasure. I am going to deafen and hit the end screen. You are welcome to hang up and go hit the bed, get you some ice cream, go enjoy your pistachio.
Thank you again for having me. This has been super fun, and
it's been a good time.
Yes, I will be lurking in your YouTube because I'm always unavailable on Tuesdays, but I will be lurking in your YouTubes to make sure that I keep up with the Talk Tuesdays.
Lurk away. We try to make certain we keep everybody up there so that people can learn about all the wonderful people, and you're going to be up there too very soon. So.
Yep, that's going to happen. Oh
no. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I promise it's fine. Thank you again, Naki. This has been tremendous.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night. You want to say bye to chat?
Bye, chat. You've been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's the end screen. We are done. We are out. It is done and over with. We have had an absolutely fantastic and wonderful evening spent with the absolutely phenomenal Nick Nack Naki. Oh, it's been a good time. Big shout out to our new subs, PB Frogs, and the raids from Cammy Ross, Swifty Squirrel, and Wee Brownies. Thank you guys for bringing over your fantastic group to come and check out our fantastic guest star for this evening. I hope you guys have had fun, but we're not done yet. Absolutely not. No way. No how. Not happening. No, we are going to go say hi to Rainbow Rin. Why are we going to go say hi to Rainbow Rin? Well, you know how this happens, right? Naki said, we're going to go say hi to Rainbow Rin. We're going to tell them all about Talk Tuesday. We're going to tell them all about Nick Nack Naki. We're going to go and remind them about how they missed out on a phenomenal, fantastic evening spent with an absolutely wonderful streamer friend. So, big shouts to remember, Friday, we're doing more of our shenanigans this Friday. Should be returning back to the Eldens of the Rings. We have the Crumbling Faramajul to knock out, so that's going to be fun. Hi, the Mer Captain. Welcome in. You are just in time for the raid out. We started a little early today, and then let's see, Saturday, we will be doing more of our Storied Saturday on Saturday, so that's going to be fun if you're looking forward for that. Then there you go. Don't forget, we do still take submissions, and if you want to take part in Storied Saturday, i.e. want to come on there and read some stories with me, let me know, and we'll make sure that happens. And then Sunday will definitely be our BG3 group. So fuck around and find out. Boys are going to be right back at it down in Baldur's Gate as we are working our way through Act 3. Will we survive? Will we continue to make it out by the seat of our pants? Well, we're going to find out together. But it'll be all right. For right now, we are going to go say hi to a Rainbow Rin. I think that's how they spell the name. What am I doing? I copied that name. Haha. There we go. That's where we're going to go say hi to. Trying to think, is there anything else? Yes, Thursday is Toad Adventures. You don't want to miss out on that. Bates and their company are going to be doing all kinds of phenomenal things in that D&D campaign. That's going to be a good time as well. And then next week on Talk Tuesday, it will be a Jury Bees. So you don't want to miss out on next week's Talk Tuesday. It's going to be a good time. The first raid message is for all you lovely subscribers out there. The second raid message for all you lovely followers out there. Whichever one you can use, grab it, copy it, get ready to spam it as we go say hi to Rainbow Wren. We're going to tell them all about Talk Tuesday, all about Knick Knack Knocky, and we're going to continue to have ourselves a wonderful time. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, well, you know how this goes. Bye for now.